It is a world of darkness. The sin of Cain has spawned the cursed horror that stalks the night in search of living blood. The kindred have long been a secret influence through all ages of human history, plotting against each other in a never-ending jihad. Their immortal progeny are among us to this day, hidden from the eyes of humanity by an elaborate masquerade.
being a bottle and running out of a bottle, I could never find the same kind again because like they're always changing their
Yeah.
product lines, and so I was just like, you know what, screw it. I'll use something universal,
Yeah, coconut oil works on everything.
and it smells nice.
Yes, it does.
It's good for your skin.
It's good for your hair too.
I don't put it in my hair, but
All
maybe
right.
I should try it.
And we kill the mic says we are going to experiment with coconut oil.
Yeah, well, it makes your hair look shiny. You don't want to put too much in because then it looks greasy, but just
Oh,
put
yeah.
enough and it looks shiny.
And if you put it all over your body and wrap yourself in sheets, then you're going to become the color of your sheets.
It's cellophane. Supposed to wrap yourself in cellophane and not answer the door.
I'm not going to ask how you know this.
I'm very lost.
It's from not Still Magnolias, the other one. I'll think of it. It's
Oh,
from
it's
it's from a movie.
It's that one scene of the Predator, you know, the cut scene.
No, it's oh my gosh, I can't. Fried green tomatoes.
Oh, yeah. I saw that movie like once a long time ago.
I
Yeah.
love
Great
it.
movie.
It's
Haven't-
an awesome
haven't seen
movie.
it in ages.
Man, I had
Yeah.
such a crush on that girl on the show.
It's where she was trying to get her husband to notice her. So they told her to wrap herself up in cellophane. And she's standing at the door waiting for him to open it up, and he's like, "Goodness, what if the neighbors saw you?"
I mean, it worked. You noticed her.
Yeah, but not the way she wanted it.
Right.
Because right after that, he went and got his beer.
It's like a
Yeah.
monkey's paw wish.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
It's a good
So
show.
with that, let's go ahead and get started. I don't think anybody has rolled for XP yet.
I got my
So
dice
somebody
out.
want to roll?
Okay, guys.
Okay, so
Think
we have
big.
no
Go for
birthdays. D4 plus 1.
5.
5 total
Yay.
points. There we go.
Sweet.
Oh,
Yeah.
I maybe should open some notes.
I got a whole 7 now.
Yes, because we're gonna do a brief recap. But did everybody get XP from last month squared away? Because we had some people missing. So
I forgot to write it down.
4 points.
okay.
Yeah, because I think
Oh,
yeah,
4?
because I rolled a 1. And I made Dale do the next night.
Right.
Okay, so does somebody want to do a recap where our erstwhile allies have left off?
I can't remember if I was here last time. I don't think I
You
was.
were
You
not
were
here
not.
last time. No,
Yeah.
you had microphone issues.
Yeah, and camera issues.
I was out of
Okay.
town.
So we went to and we meaning let's see, Benjamin, Sophie, and let's see here, Damaris. We went to a new nightclub in town called the Incubus, themed as you would think it would be. Going in there, the ladies found that there was a particular magical person, a woman that was in there. We didn't know who she was or anything, so Ben went in to introduce himself, and everybody kind of spread out so that we could all feed. Damaris was the most successful one in doing that. She was too super under the radar. And Ben failed horrifically because he bit into the magical lady, drank, and experienced an aggravated damage, frenzied, and ran out. Ran like 4 blocks
That's
downtown.
pro Bruja.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Sophie was there to clean up that mess, close the wound. It was awkward, but pulled it off being a member of Paladin and doing the whole like faux vampire thing because that went on Twitter, I guess, or something like that. And Isadora heard about it and whatnot. But that was taken care of. We then regrouped, and Ben remembered, oh, hey, Sophie, can you help to spirits touch a thing at forfeit here? So we went there. That's the pawn shop with with Sharon Krumbacher being the owner, and found out from the spirits touch that yeah, it seemed like he was drinking from a Sabbat vampire. Eric was the missing dude. So then we went to Dewdrop Inn, got some information about bungalow number 7, found out that it was wired to explode in every which way possible from a guy who was wearing like survivalist fatigues and was carrying bags and stuff in and out there. He paid several months in advance for that one particular place. So then we figured that he had a rig to explode so it could be seen from far away, and then we found that this guy is actually in a particular cabin up in the woods on the hillside. He seems to be empowered with abilities that are damaging to vampires. He definitely is holding Eric. And yeah, so then we were considering figuring out what to do about that.
Cool.
It was a very scary moment.
So then, since we had half the group not with us at that point, and we have everybody here now, do you want to use that recap as a, hey, come meet us here, something's about to go down sort of relay, or are you guys going to try and wing it yourselves?
Well, based on the fact that we know that the hotel room was so rigged up, I don't feel that we should go alone. If it's the 3 of us, I think that more is better, personally.
So do we want to call in the cavalry, or do we want to stand down and like just let him, I don't know,
Well, Lily
take him on another time?
Lily and Henri are at the same place, my place, so wouldn't be too hard to have Dad drive us.
I can
Well-
borrow the car. Give me the keys.
So
Okay.
did we, just to clarify, did we hear last time, I mean, sorry, it's that they were going to be like acting soon on something? I thought that we heard them say
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, it did sound like they were about to do something. He said,
Yeah,
they
like we've got to
said,
act on this tonight.
they said, how's the hound? And he said, just fed at KFC, should be good to go. So they were going to use him for something.
Hmm.
Yeah, we've got to deal with this now.
He also thinks that he's being followed, though, too. So he may be prepared, obviously.
So if most of us arrive here and he's aware, that's going to spook him.
Should we wait for him to leave the building? Stakeout?
I have
Does it
a
look like he's ready to leave somewhere?
Well, in order to find that out, you'd have to do another psychic projection.
I mean, I have a
Because I can't scry into it. Sorry.
yeah. No, I have a kind of a crazy idea that's crazy enough it just might work, which sounds really simple, but it probably isn't. Because again, this guy's paranoid, right? He wires things to blow. He apparently has that house he's in wired to blow. If he knows there's plenty of us, he might just set it off. If he thinks he's overwhelmed, what if he just does it? And then that
Yeah.
ruins everything. He kills himself, he kills Eric, kills one or more of us, maybe. So, if we
that's a
do call
sacrifice
anybody,
he's willing to make.
yeah, so, and Sophie, you were saying that he did see his wife get murdered by Sabat, it looked like.
That's what it looked like.
I mean, there's one person in Ashland who knows what that's like.
Yeah.
I think maybe I should go up there and just see if I can talk to him and talk him down. Because we don't want more enemies, do we? I mean, these guys are primed to kill us, apparently.
You think you can change his mind?
Who else has gone through anything like what he has? Have you? Either of you?
If he's that dedicated to whatever this is, then I think he's probably beyond
Redemption.
redemption.
I mean, far be it from me to doubt your charms.
Exactly.
Tonight's feeding notwithstanding. I
Yeah.
don't know. It just seems like, what if it goes south? We need a plan B.
Then the
Yeah.
plan B is we charge in. He's one dude. I mean, strong, but we've got the drop on him. We know where the explosives are. We know the layout of the house. I mean, we've got all the info he's got except what he can do, other than pick up that piece of rebar and turn it into a vampire slaying rod or whatever.
So for clarification, is Henri and I there with you guys yet?
Well, that hasn't been clarified yet. That
Okay.
was an OOC question that I was posting to the group, and they looks like took it immediately in character, and we're trying to decide how they want to handle that.
Okay.
But I
Well,
will say,
we-
since we have that moment of a lull, you hear a little chirp from your phone, Dale. Bling.
Take a look at it.
It's from Exandria.
Is it a text or?
It's a text.
Okay.
It says, FYI, local Leo recruited and just got boosted. And then another text comes through and it says +5 U.S. Marshals.
And I respond, does this have to do with Detective Rumbus? Send.
Okay, you get another text back. Unclear. Doesn't seem to be related. Something fishy about their backgrounds. Pretty sanitized.
I go ahead and show that text to the two ladies here. Like,
Okay.
What do you two make of it?
Sounds like we got hunters moving into town.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's bad. Okay.
I mean, again, we got enemies coming out of our ears.
Oh
We
shit.
already just dealt with one,
Yeah.
and that's just one dude. Plus, we've got to deal with Portland, right? According to the agreement. If I can talk this guy down, maybe we can have him on our side, and then he's not gonna just kill off any vampire he sees.
You think maybe we could send him after Portland?
Or fight side by side if we need to. I mean, I don't know how powerful these dudes are. According to you poking in his head, apparently he's pretty good. And it sounds like he took out the Sabat who was controlling Eric. Apparently by himself.
I would caution you, if if he's got some kind of anti-vampire abilities, he might be immune to persuasion of the supernatural type, so you might try not to rely on that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think I have to. I think I'm going to have a heart-to-heart with this guy. Maybe.
I mean, I like the idea. I think it's interesting. I think we need backup before we attempt that.
Sure.
Should we call the others?
Sounds like a plan.
See if they're busy.
I think he would take. I get the feeling that he might take advantage of the fact that it's just you. Like I would
Yes.
take that type of opportunity to like, oh, I got one at my door. They or something.
Maybe.
That's why we need.
And we got 2 people to rescue.
Don't worry, Ben. We'll come after you.
So Sophie, if you want to just press
Appreciate it.
a video call or just a call from the group chat, it can send a buzz to all 3 of them. Well, pretty much everybody that's attached to the group chat.
I will do that.
Okay. So then the 3 of you hear this a different ringtone than you're used to.
Sophie wants to FaceTime.
She's butt dialing me again.
Hello.
What does it say on the screen?
It says Sophie is attempting to call.
Okay.
It's actually
Yeah, I'll
pretty
answer.
specific, yeah. Although the picture looks a little different, it is very specific. It does say Sophie is attempting to call. Okay, so as you guys pick up, it's actually video. Like you can see her, on the thing.
Hi, Sophie.
Hello?
Sophie, is that you? Bonjour! Bonjour, Sophie!
Oh, God.
Grandpa, you don't have to yell. Turn your volume down.
Yeah, it's different. It's well, everybody's here. Hello, bonjour, everyone. What are we doing?
Hey, friends. If you're not busy, we have a party about to go down up in Medford. We could use some backup.
What kind of backup are we talking about?
Back up at a party?
It's the kind of party where you might want to bring a firearm.
I still have the gun that Benjamin gave to me. I've not fired it. There are still some bullets in there.
Do we need to have something for recon?
I mean, recon is never a bad idea.
Because I have the perfect pet to do so with. And I'll bring
Intriguing.
her. I'll bring
That's
her with
ominous.
me.
It's going to be like a rat or something, huh?
Right. Well, just to specify.
No.
Oh, sorry.
It's not a rat.
As long as it's not one of those really hairy ones.
No, I think
I
you're
just-
gonna like Althea.
And I guess to specify, you said party, but you want us to. Do you want us to be ostentatious, or you want us to come quietly?
Quieter would be better.
Okay, so don't bring the creamsicle. All right.
Well, George, you just want to swing by and pick me and Andre up?
Who's George?
George.
I'm sorry. I heard. I was like, should I do it?
Remus, you just want to come and pick us up?
Jerome, do I have a car that's big enough for all 3 of us? That's not the creamsicle.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you give me? Yeah, the creamsicle wouldn't be big enough necessarily to fit them all.
Because I have a Tesla too. I have
But
a Tesla too.
Tesla,
but-
you could. Give me a wits and alertness check.
Okay. I've got wits, and I've got alertness.
I've got wits. I've got alertness.
Yeah.
Yeah, shake it up. Shake it up.
Okay. Difficulty
6.
6. Okay. Well, that's one success.
Okay. You have a memory of now owning a van.
I have a van.
You want to give this van away.
Now I'm like I don't remember getting a van. Like where did like? Oh, okay.
Surprise.
I'll say I have a surprise van. I can come pick you up. Just send me the address.
Okay, I'll text it over to you. We'll see you soon, Sophie.
I miss my van.
Bring. You might want to bring some body armor.
Okay.
I drove to. Has my body armor order come in yet?
It's only been like a couple days, so no, not yet.
Oh, it's not. There's
You
not
can
a.
do that one-day delivery.
Yeah, they
Do
don't
I
have the
s-
Amazon shipping on Kevlar.
No, unfortunately not.
Ah,
That has to go through like what are they?
military channels.
New
No,
business venture.
It's FFL, but I can't remember what the acronym stands for. Basically, it's like a firearm dealer sort of thing.
The new business venture, Sophie.
Hey, Dale.
Yeah.
Didn't we have body armor?
Not like Pantheon issue body armor or anything, so no. And
Should put in
Ben's
a
previous
requisition.
one is destroyed.
But yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely something you could put in a requisition for to like keep some in a cage at the office or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, then before we leave, Jerome, I'm going to do defensive wooden doom.
Okay, go ahead and make your intelligence and occult check.
Where did I get a van? Does anybody remember? I can't. Like,
I think it's a gift.
Yeah, I think it's a Benedict gift.
No,
It's
I think
gift.
it's a gift from me.
3.
Oh.
Oh, gift for you.
There you go. Yeah.
That's
I got a
very kind
3.
of you.
Okay, you're fine. You spend a couple, several minutes and cast your ritual and get it prepared.
Okay.
Well, I say cast your ritual, but you get it prepared. You've got it ready. Okay, so Remus, you grab your keys and you exit, and it's a fairly nondescript white van, although it's a bit larger. It's not like your typical like minivan like sort of thing. It's got like a sliding door, but looking on the outside, there's outside of the fact that it looks a little larger than normal type of van that you might see. There's really nothing about it that screams like, oh my gosh, this is wild or crazy or anything.
Okay. I'm gonna ask before I leave. I'm gonna just quickly ask Jeeves. Jeeves, the van. Where do we have a van now? Did you order this?
Yeah, that just came in today, boss.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought you knew. I guess there's some back and forth that doesn't quite. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the van it's like a special mod. It's a Mercedes style van. It's for van life people.
Van what people?
Van
life?
Yeah.
So
people
it's got like
that live on the road and whatnot. It has like amenities and everything in the back.
Huh. Okay. Thank you for taking care of that. I guess
That was ordered a month ago.
Oh.
It's not something you can just buy like off the shelf sort of thing. It had to be like updated and whatnot. Hey Todd, we're getting some feedback from you. Might need to turn speakers down a little bit more.
Okay.
And that's speaking. That's not from mine. That's Shelley's son in the background.
Oh, that I can hear. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say, well, okay, well, I'm going out, presumably to do something kind of dangerous, so just be on high alert here.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Okay, we'll do.
yeah, just take care, and yeah, I'll hopefully be back without too many holes in me, and I'll go out, get in the van, and start driving.
Okay. The back of the van uh, has like it's rigged out so it has a bed that could fit two people uncomfortably, one person just fine. It has a shower with a bathroom. It has like some counter space for with like a faucet. It's got an overhang that you can drop down that has like cabinet space and whatnot. If you ever look into van life in real life, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like they are super tricked out.
Go watch
sounds-
Nate and Kara.
It sounds like an RV, but like,
It's kind of like an RV, but it's in a van.
huh?
Dang.
Okay,
Cool stuff.
I'll hop into this weird thing, and it's probably not safe for me to talk while I drive, like calling Benjamin to be like, "Hey, why did you buy a van with all
It's
this
probably
stuff?"
got, like, I'm sure it has Bluetooth on it.
Yeah, it does.
Well, no, I mean like calling
Oh, right.
Benedict. I'm sorry, I meant Benedict.
Gotcha.
Ah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be wise.
Ben.
Yeah, it's like just like
Yeah.
He's driving narcolepsy.
yeah. But yeah, I'll head over to Lily's address so I can pick up Lily and Henri.
Okay. So I'm not going to roleplay that, too much just to get everything caught up. But you guys you see a white van pull up. It's got Remus in there, and when you guys climb in, like it's there's places to sit. Obviously, there's two front seats, and then there's a place that you can sit and actually like study, or if you had remote work or whatnot, you could do that from the inside. So somebody's kind of sitting in the back, but I mean basically it's like a rolling apartment.
I'm going to hang in the back because I'm just going to be enraptured with everything that's back there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll sit in front.
Opening cabinet doors, flushing, water.
Okay, yeah. I mean, so you're just as you're
And this
driving
works
along,
too.
he's doing that. So, you see that there is it actually has portable water, so you can shower in here. There's a meter on it that shows you the amount of clean water you have left. Like on the side, like it's in that sense pretty high tech. You do also see that there is one. Well, the two of the cabinets. One is still you can actually use for cabinet space. There's nothing really in it. The second one, however, has kind of one of those mini cooling jugs in it, like Arrowhead bottled water sort of thing, but like a mini. But that one actually has blood in it.
Jerome, I'm also going to hand Henri, it looks like a cage with a cover over it.
Okay.
When we get in the back, I just set it down.
Hey, Davy Jones.
Hey, Davy.
Dave Jones.
But so you guys drive to the address. It's a little out of the way no-tell motel sort of situation where they're currently parked in the parking lot of the place. It's got separate bungalows for everything. It's not like an actual hotel.
Remus, the drains. Does it empty onto the street, or does the drains, is it contained?
It just got here, and I don't I didn't order it, so I don't know how exactly it works or where it came from.
And do you know there is blood back here?
There's blood back there?
It's in a container. So I've only lost a little bit. It's nothing like I'm craving blood, but there is blood back here.
There's enough for 3 points.
Okay, that's good to know. In a pinch, we have a reserve blood thing. How is God? Benedict is such a better vampire than me. Okay, I
And
guess
Lily, what is in the cage? It's moving.
you're muted.
It's Althea.
Althea is a what?
You'll see.
I will peek. I will see easy.
She might bite.
I will bite back for God's sake.
So, what is it that you have in your cage?
It's a snow owl.
Okay.
I see feathers and white.
Okay.
So much cooler than a
Hold
spider.
on, guys. I'm having some issues.
No problem. And so, in the meantime, what are the rest of you doing?
Yeah, no, I'll drive up to the spot and just kind of wait for. I guess we'll text Sophie. We've arrived. Look for the total. Look for the white van.
It's not hard to see. I mean, it's a white van in the darkness, so it kind of stands out in the parking lot. Although, to his credit, despite it being a white van, it's pretty it's pretty inconspicuous.
It's better than the creamsicle. Hey.
There.
Okay, well,
What's up?
I'm gonna get them on video again just to so they don't have to leave the vehicle,
Sure. Okay.
and I'll explain that Ben is going to try to reason with him first, and then if that does not work, we need to try to get him out of the building because the building is rigged with explosives. Also, the person of interest, oh, what is he called? The guy, the captive, whatever, that Ben has been looking for is in the basement, tied up. So,
Eric is here.
Right.
yes.
So
Does he have? I could obfuscate and go with Benjamin, and be ready. Ben could give me a signal if I'm trying to attack or go below and try to free the other person.
I
Yeah.
did bring my recon specialist if you want her to see what she can see.
Did we see that Eric was he chained or was he tied with ropes?
He was chained.
Okay, so the owl can't undo chains. Like he might
No.
be able to do
All
ropes.
she can do is
Like fly.
yeah, and I'll see what she sees.
Okay, well, we have a pretty good layout of the place. I scoped it out psychically earlier.
Oh, okay.
How easy is it to get into the basement?
It was pretty easy, right? I mean, it was straightforward.
Define easy. You mean layout?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
layout. I mean, if you
was
get
the basement rigged as well? I'm sure it was, right?
you weren't looking specifically, but it's possible. Yeah. I mean, he's
Okay.
he's already gone to the extent of rigging 2 buildings. What's a basement at this point?
Yeah, it's assume that it's rigged, but we did not see him rigging anything when he went up and down the stairs. So it's not like
Are
maybe
these
stepping would
like
trigger it.
are these like heavy duty chains? Is it something that we could break with our own strength?
I don't know. What do you think, Jerome? Would I have noticed that?
Since you're going off of trying to recall your memory real quick, give me a wits and security check.
Security.
Mm-hmm. Or
It's like
larceny.
how secure are the chains?
Larceny?
Yeah, that's what it used to be. So yeah, larceny. I keep forgetting the newer sheets have larceny on it now, which was the old version of security back in the Dark Ages. But they turned around and in the modern ages originally called it security, and then when they came out with V20, they renamed it back to larceny because it makes sense.
That is a failure.
So define failure. No successes and a botch.
I got one success, but I also got 2 ones.
Okay, so then that's just a failure. Okay. Shelly, you may need to go to push to talk because we can hear him in the background.
So
Okay,
is this
so
is
you
this something
are
that I
you are
could I-
uncertain.
could I sneak down below and I have the potence. I can make myself very strong, and I could. Could I break the chain? I do not know how to pick a lock, but I can break a chain.
I could also obfuscate and go with Henri just to kind of have his back.
Who is this? I'm assuming you guys give us the rundown of this person already,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so is this guy going to be fooled by obfuscate if he's got like
I honestly don't know. He seems to have dealt with our kind before, presumably Sabat. You're gonna want to stay out of melee range if possible, because it seems like he has some kind of ability to make it hurt a lot.
That's all I'm good at.
Do we know his name?
We do
The
not.
guy in the
Well,
in there?
his internet handle was Pete910.
Or would that be enough to inscribe the curse? Do I
Nope.
need an actual name?
Yeah, you
Dang
need
it.
an actual name. Nice try though. We got Dante in here listening as he's working on his D&D campaign. So thank you very much, Dante. Dante, a former player of our Cyberpunk campaign.
Nice, Dante Inferno.
Mm.
Could you buff Eric to get him to break his own bonds?
Let me look through my
If he's a ghoul,
rituals
then he's
here.
got at least a little bit of potence, I would assume.
We can't necessarily rely on him. We don't know what state of mind he's in, right? If
That is
he's messed up, he's been with a Sabat vampire for a year. That's gonna do something.
No, that's true.
So Jerome, we're parked in a hotel.
Yeah, you guys traveled to Medford. So
Okay.
cross town, out of town, and then you're sitting in a parking lot. It's not really a motel. I just use that terminology. It's basically like there's one main building. There's a bunch of what used to be probably apartments around it, which have been kind of converted into like little bungalows.
Wait, that was the first place that we went, and then
Mhm.
we found a cabin that was up the mountain a ways.
Right. You're not at the cabin. You're at the meeting spot, which that was where that was at.
Oh wait, we didn't drive up there. We just did
I
our
would-
psychic.
I would
from
hope
here.
not, because that's going to change the scene entirely.
My white
we haven't
van
driven
pulls
up
in
there.
front of the cabin. Okay, so yeah, because I guess because I was confused
We
about
gotta
like
drive
what
up there
building.
first.
Yeah, I was confused about what building was like rigged to blow. I was like, wait, if we're
yeah,
at a
no.
hotel, how does it have a basement?
One of the buildings here is rigged to blow. That was in
Oh.
the opening recap. They discovered that one of the buildings here was actually rigged to blow, and they determined that the way it was rigged to blow, somebody was probably a safe enough distance to see it, So if
Mhm.
it went up, it meant basically like somebody's on his tail or something. It was a good way to alert him to get the heck out of Dodge.
Okay.
And that's when they discovered this cabin, up yonder.
Okay. And the cabin is where Eric and this guy that
Yes.
we're. Oh, okay.
Which that resides like outside of Medford, up on the mountains.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought I remembered us like going up there.
Oh no, you're fine.
I have a
We were
question.
planning to. hadn't
I
gone
have
yet.
an answer.
How so? So, can I use Crimson Woad on Ben?
On
It is it's a ritual. Basically,
absolutely.
it'll buff him.
Mhm.
Okay. So then, what I can do for you, Ben, is I actually do have a ritual that I can, if you don't mind me, putting my blood on you. Don't worry, not in you.
Well,
It's not so bad.
Basically what this will do is, I'm just going to read off here. It says, trace the runes or script on your body, inviting spirits of water to infuse you and gird you for battle. You ignore many wounds and retain greater control of your mind as you direct your beast. So basically, each success enables the character to ignore 1 die of wound penalties from injury. It also subtracts 1 from the difficulty to avoid frenzy and Roshrek. It lasts through a scene. And additionally, if you receive more than 4 health levels of damage, basically the runes are smeared and don't work anymore. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know, Jerome, if the second part applies to him. It says the Liana may also lash out at their enemies, adding the fury of the woe to her attack. I have to roll the number of successes achieved in the above roll to the dice roll. So is that
No, that's
a separate application of it?
That would be as if it was applied to you.
Okay. So then for Ben, yeah, then if you're okay with it, I'm gonna expend 3 blood points and smear my blood all over you.
You know what?
I should cover it
See-
up then, actually, because if you show up at the door with my blood on your face, that's not a good idea.
Right.
Okay. So I'll basically have you like pull up your shirt or something, and I'll like write it on your back or whatever.
Oh,
All right.
Put it on the pecs.
There you go. Handprint.
Yeah.
There you go.
And upon the buttocks and pretend it.
Yeah.
That's
where
a
I
better
was going.
idea.
Yeah.
So yeah. Take off jacket, shirt, so she can do the ritual.
Okay.
So,
Emily takes pictures.
did you want me to come with you and obfuscate, or maybe Lily too, or?
Well, you can. We don't know. I mean, he identified the other Sabat and killed him, apparently. So he's got ways of knowing who we are. He apparently has ways to prevent flames from like using her stuff to actually see inside. So he's got powers that we haven't run into yet. Maybe he'll be able to see you even though you shouldn't be able to.
Hey, Jerome.
Hmm.
With Blush of Life, does that mean like if it's an infrared camera, she looks?
Yeah, you
Or
look
does
like a
she-
human. That's
Huh.
what Blush of Life does.
Okay.
And fighting this guy hand to hand is not an option.
Don't let him hit you.
Yeah, he can turn whatever he picks up into like a vampire killing thing, apparently.
Are we dealing with the hunter?
I would say yes.
And
But
he does
he's
hunt.
some kind of vampire hunter.
Another round of
Yeah.
the Inquisition?
Well, it looks like he's part of some sort of group, but I don't know what the group is. So
This Sabat that Eric was with, is that one of the founding fathers?
I mean, you're the one who looked into that, Sophie. When you touched the TV, could you see
Uh,
what he looked like?
did I get a picture of the vampire that he was with?
Nope. The only thing you got, you were able to pick up was the figure himself and the tattoo on the guy's arm. So you could confirm he was probably Sabat given the tattoo, but not the identity of the individual.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, unlikely. The only one that should be left is Jefferson. But well,
I'm a little
Right.
bit confused. So I have heard he was. You have said he is with the Sabat. So is he Sabat? Is our Eric? Is he a Sabat? I don't
he was a
understand.
ghoul of a Sabat. We don't know how much he knows about how it all works, but I mean, he was doing stuff for him for a whole year.
And we know Sabat don't really treat their ghouls the way that we do.
No, he's going to be messed up. So how do we want to proceed then?
I walk up and just knock on the front door and start talking because we know he's in the front room, right? And I just lay it all out, see what happens. I'm not going to use any powers, not that I could since he's, inside his house. But at the same time, maybe we get those who can go invisible to be kind of nearby, but
Yeah,
not right next to me.
I don't feel comfortable with you going by yourself, so I would prefer to accompany you while being obfuscated, and Henri as well.
I can obfuscate. I can obfuscate everyone in the group. This is something we had done before.
Right. And
I know how it
Flames,
works this time.
you said you could like walk through walls and stuff, right? You have magic that lets you do that?
Me?
No,
I did not.
Flames.
Sorry, I was asking a question. I have another ritual that I have a mirror that I use and it turns me incorporeal. So yeah, I can walk through anything.
I, to my knowledge, I can't walk through walls.
Can you bring anyone with you?
No, not that I know of, right, Jerome? That ritual is not transferable to another person.
No.
Yeah, so it's just me,
And
unfortunately.
to answer your question, no one else is rolling after you've rolled for your ritual. Your ritual is set and then it's done. No one else rolls.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm a little confused. So it says that I then roll intelligence and occult, and then each success enables the character to ignore 1 die wound of penalties from injury.
Correct.
I didn't know if that means that I would roll if he would be damaged and I roll at the time.
No, you just roll the one time, and then that's what he gets for the scene. And then once that is up, then it's done.
Okay, so I have to roll to see how much soak he gets to have.
Cake. Yeah, you are making the cake.
Okay.
And it's only going to be able to take so many punches before said cake is mush.
Gotcha. So let me. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. I wasn't sure. That was my question, guys. Sorry.
So does the basement of this cabin, does it have a, sometimes buildings that have like, if it's like kind of built onto a hill, there might be like the basement might have an exit door on the lower outer side of the hill. Like, is there anything like that on this building, or is it just?
That is a great question. And Sophie, you did not see anything of that nature. It was a one way in, one way out basement.
6, 7.
I did not see anything of that nature.
Okay. And it didn't have one of those, sometimes I see like where the basement is not quite, the roof of it's not quite at ground level, where it's got like sometimes windows that like open up to the. Okay.
Is it difficulty 6 or 7?
Difficulty 7.
It says 7 on there. Okay, so then that's 2 less. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I got a 10. So would my 10s explode in that then?
Mhm.
Okay, so 2, 3, 4, so 5 total. Would have had 7 if I didn't have 2 6s, guys.
So there you go. So you've got how
Good roll.
much?
5.
5.
Five
So,
extra elbows.
so Dale, as she puts this magic blood on your body,
Yeah.
you can feel the difference. Like you can feel like the enchantment, and there's a, basically at this point you feel kind of like Egg Chen and Jack Burton after having just drank from the 6 demon bag. You feel kind of invincible, like everything's gonna be all right.
Can you do that?
That's pretty nice.
Can you do that ritual more than once?
I can actually, and actually only costs 1 blood point, not 3 like I thought.
Correct.
So
It's
which is nice.
well, you spend 1 scene,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just the 1 blood point.
So would I be able to do it to more than one person?
You sure can. If you recall, this is something you ended up doing when you guys went to go fight the Rogue Valley villains.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. Okay, who's up next?
So am I going to obfuscate Sophie and Remus and you as well?
We could do that.
And who?
Yeah. Pretty much all of you who are not going to be doing the talking, but will be doing the backup fighting if it hits the fan.
So Lily can obfuscate herself, so I do not need to do it for her, and so I would obfuscate the 3 of you.
You do that.
That's
Be
what I need to
waiting
learn.
within sight and missile range, so that we have a good view of the door.
So, I have a question. This guy is a paranoid, um, like doomsday planner to the extreme, right? How do we know he's not just gonna, as soon as Benjamin starts walking up, he's not gonna just start firing, or that there's
That's what
not
I
like,
said.
or like mines or something? Like if this guy has the prowess and the stuff to rig whole buildings to explode, like us just going up there is also uh like I
That
guess
is a good point. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think this is your party. You tell me what to do, and I will dance.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what to do about this one because it seems like no matter what we do, he's gonna blow the place up.
That's why I'm saying we talk.
Do you want to yell for him out in the street?
I mean, I'm going to walk up, hands up. That way, if he's looking outside, he knows I'm fine. I'm just going to start talking. I'm going to let him know who I am. Not going to lie to him about anything. Try to set him straight so he knows who the bad guys really are. It's not us.
Except
know?
I'm going to be near you, Ben, because I'm not going to allow you to be up there defenseless.
I thought they were all going to be there in the obfuscate.
So then you're basically what you guys are running into is a loop of planning terror. Ben is trying to go up to go do something. Nobody wants him to go alone. So now you're right back into then everybody's
Yeah.
going to be obfuscated. So you guys need to decide one way or the other in character how you're going to do this.
I would like to wait like on the street with
Well,
with my gun.
Okay.
well, but it's a cabin in the woods, no?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
On
going to
the
be
driveway.
I'm going to be within arm's reach of Ben, but I'll be obfuscated.
This guy, we don't know
Like
his
any
name.
of this.
We know his like pseudonym, Pete 910.
Yeah.
Like, is he like, does he have videos that he puts up? Does this guy have like a manifesto? What do we know about his personality?
All we know is he's paranoid, hates vampires, and has some kind of a plan and some kind of a association that he's doing something with.
Yeah, he's got friends online. They might be able to do what he does for all we know.
Well, if he's here, it stands to reason that there's more that are coming. So, just these hunters, they're hunters for a reason, right? They don't stop. They are clearly dedicated to their craft. Like, that's why I don't agree that trying to reason with one of them is going to stop all of them.
And I've just had an idea. I have a sense that maybe he's going to try to use Eric as some kind of a tool. Maybe a tool against vampires. So just be
What if they rigged him to
with
blow
that.
up? I mean,
there's
if they
no
were
other
gonna just blow him up, why would they feed him?
I mean, there's no real reason for him to keep him alive unless he serves some purpose.
yeah, to blow us up.
But he already killed this guy's like handler vampire. He's probably I don't know. I don't know if he's expect. Does he know we're after him? Is he aware that?
I have no idea.
I don't think he knows about us.
Time-wise, you guys have been discussing this on the phone in the parking lot for the past 30 minutes. Just letting you know.
Is there any reason for us to be on the phone other than like because I thought that because at first I thought the guy was like on location.
Yeah, I thought that too. Sorry, my bad.
No, it's still reasonable because, you're not a crowd of people in the darkness sitting out in a parking lot. There's still a sound logic to that.
Yeah. No, I was just like, I guess what scares me most about this, Ben, is that like this guy might be beyond reason, and even if you come at him with the belief that you are, a good vampire, which you are, you're a good person regardless of like what you are. I don't. If this guy is that dogmatic and we don't know, like I just worry that you're going to try to reason with somebody who is not going to want to reason with you just because he's going to see you as just a vampire.
Yeah, which is
I
why I
hear
didn't
you.
want him to go alone.
Can I Google like, or can I look up like, or I'm gonna message Liam. I'm gonna say, Liam, can you find out any information about a user Pete910 and any um like uh militaristic or like anarchistic ties or anything? Like, is he on like a weird like forum for like crazy people? Does he like anything he can bring up about this guy? Like, does he put up weird YouTube videos with 5 views that nobody sees, but they're like, I'm gonna blow this building up kind of thing?
Do you say this out loud?
I'm gonna text it to Liam, and I'm gonna ask Liam to see if he can find, because guys like this, they at least when they kind of, they would be reaching out to other people through videos, through internet. Isn't it like, if we can find out what this guy is like, I think that might give us a better idea of kind of what we might expect when we roll up to his door, because it would be an assumption that he's going to be like Mr. Rogers and be available to talk, but like let's dox him a little bit.
Okay, he says I can take a look. Do you know what network or forum that he's on?
Anything. I don't know any specific forums, but look for ones that are like very anti-occult, like anti-vampire ones, where people are like conspiracy theorists who kind of travel in like those kind of circles.
And you're expecting this tonight?
I'll ask you. Do you guys know if this guy has any presence anywhere? Like, what kind of group he might be a part of?
Can I describe the interface that I saw him using?
Yeah, it looked like kind of like an old school AOL instant messenger sort of chat.
Like a very bare bones kind of a thing. And I'm going to tell him that the guy he was messaging was called Venger65.
Avenger 65. Okay.
Avenger
Yeah.
with a V.
Okay. I'll tell Liam all of that and be like, and he's using
But
outdated.
it wasn't a website or anything that I have used before.
Mhm. Yeah, it's probably well, I don't know, but if he's I guess I'll just provide all that info to Liam and kind of see if he can, anything you can help us with, but like
Okay. Yeah, he types back and says, I'll give it a shot, but that's a needle in a haystack.
yeah, no, I appreciate it.
No, we can't hear you, Rachel.
Did I notice
Sorry.
any guns on his person or like in the cabin?
Yeah, you definitely saw that he had guns on his person and in the cabin.
Okay. All right. So it's not like we can just not be in arm's range. Okay.
Saying I was gonna, while they're doing this, I'm gonna do the woad ritual on myself as well.
Okay. Go ahead and make your roll.
Oh, right.
Do we know why this guy hates vampires so much?
Killed his
He
family.
killed his wife.
Oh,
One,
It was very.
2, 3.
Okay.
It was kind of a torture thing, and
Mind
he
you
had
rubbing
to
some of your
watch it.
blood on me.
Sorry.
So I
You want
wouldn't
blood too?
mind. Yeah, I wouldn't mind
Oh.
you rubbing your blood on me.
Okay.
So yeah, should I take off my shirt?
Wherever you guys want it.
Colin
I'm
votes yes.
spending blood for this.
I'm kidding.
Oh wow.
Lily will.
I will say that though, but then I'll laugh.
You got 3 as well, Lily.
Okay. So let her
so
put
Sophie.
it on her.
So mark off the blood.
I am. I've already spent 2, 3 so far.
I'm
Do you-
good.
Okay.
You
Do
said
all
you got
know-
3?
I'm sorry. Do you want you as well?
Yes, please.
Okay.
do you all know his name or his wife's name?
Did I
Oh,
pick
wow.
up his wife's name?
Holy crap.
Nope.
You got the roll here.
Don't-
1, 2,
no.
3, 4, 5, 6, 2 10, 7, 8. Wow.
So I got 6?
8.
8?
Yeah, I rolled 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with the 10s.
So basically,
Wow.
since you don't go up to 8 health, you can ignore wound penalties all the way down up until you're dead.
Okay.
With the exception, of course, shortly thereafter, if it was like greater than 4 points of damage, it's going to wipe it all off. So
How many did
at
I
least
get?
for that moment, you wouldn't have any wound
3.
penalties.
3. Okay.
So, God forbid something like that happened, you would have at least 1 round to run before you completely collapsed and incapacitated.
Yeah.
You'd be like, ah!
So basically, I could be at crippled mode and still be going, let's go.
Yep.
The little nubs.
Kind of like Ben on a normal day.
All right, so that took off 4 points of blood.
Okay.
Luckily, I fed tonight.
All right. So it's been, since you're doing the ritual and the discussion, it's been about 45 minutes at this point.
Okay, yeah, I think we're done wasting time, guys. I mean, we're not wasting time, but
I
you get the
agree.
idea.
We need to do something.
All right.
So
We clear. I
Yeah,
walk
I-
up and start talking.
I don't
Knives
like
is
it, but
behind
I'll be
me.
with you.
Okay. Knives is behind me. You're invisible.
Everybody,
Librarian's making everyone else invisible.
everybody else is back in their vehicles and invisible, thanks to, or hopefully you're within range of Henry.
Is that okay, Henri? That we're
Yeah.
not like right up there, but hanging back a little?
that's fine. So what we probably should do is Lily should drive with Ben since they are together, and the rest of us can be in. So someone has to be visible because the van driving up by itself would be kind of peculiar. So maybe
Or you just paint a
Or?
big 53 on the front and then it should just be fine. Herbie just turned into a gigantic van life.
Oh yeah, of course. The Herbie list.
Maybe, I love them.
Can I wanna call Uncle Benedict real quick.
Okay.
Hey Benedict. Thanks for the van, by the way. Real quick, is this van bulletproof?
It has bulletproof glass, but I don't recommend you take it into a firefight. That's not why I bought it.
Okay. Yeah. No. Good to know. Yeah. Thank you. So I'm gonna say I probably don't want to drive up like right into this guy's driveway with this thing. Maybe leave
Right.
it a distance away so it's a decent getaway vehicle for us. But
Yeah,
if
that
if
sounds
it
good.
if it was bulletproof, I'd say yeah, let's drive it up. We'll use it as a tank. But I think like the more vehicles this guy sees, the more likely he's going to want to start blasting.
Right. Exactly.
Agreed.
So we park the van. We get out to the van that I obfuscate us. We
Okay.
start walking, and then Ben drives up. I think Lily could be with us for that matter. That way the other door does not open. And then Ben, you wait for Lily to join you. The two of you walk up. The other four of us stay behind, and we wait for some kind of signal.
You
Okay.
got it.
So it sounds like
Sounds
the plan
good.
is ready to go. Davy Jones says he's all for Ben's plan. Just to let you know.
Sweet.
So the rest of you take that drive up, kind of winding out of Medford and then going up to the mountainside. Decent amount of tree cover blocking out, ambient moonlight at various aspects. So, Ben, you're pulling straight up to the driveway?
Not straight up. There's going to be just a little bit of distance. That way I can
Okay, so
step
not
out of the
onto
car
the
and
driveway and walking up it.
right.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. Lily, you were doing your obfuscate. Go ahead and roll.
Does anybody have a spare gun?
I only have the one, and it's not even mine.
Are you going to say that before we leave?
I think
Ben,
Ben's in the other car. He thought of it right now.
A little late now.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Jerome, what do I roll?
It
For
seems
For
like
my
we're
obfuscate?
what level of obfuscate are you using?
2.
I'm sure I've got something in
it's
my
fine.
car, so I'll give you something.
We'll just have to be good at dodging.
Hold on 1 second.
So there's no roll for unseen presence, but we have to roll wits and stealth so that we aren't detected.
Wits and stealth.
All of us?
No, I'm worried about her because she's using level 2. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Quit that. There we go.
Because I'll be using the same for all of them.
You wouldn't be using unseen presence for them. You're using Cloak the Gathering.
Well, Cloak the Gathering, I'm able to use another obfuscate skill, and so I can use Perdata Stealth. That's how many people I can use it on.
Yeah, level 2's unseen presence.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. They redid that a little bit. That's fine.
Yeah, it says no
So
roll is necessary.
Okay. To use this power unless a character speaks, acts, or otherwise draws attention to themselves.
Right.
However, you will be rolling wits and stealth should that happen. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Oi. Okay. So since you're walking up to the front, Ben and Lily, give me a wits and investigation check, difficulty 9.
Watch out for that tripwire.
Watch out for that anti-personnel mine.
Yeah, no.
I will spend a willpower for an auto success.
Smart.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing.
Okay.
And you said difficulty 9.
Difficulty 9.
Oh God.
Do 10s Do 10s explode?
Only if you have a 4 or higher in one of those particular rolls.
Rat.
So
So
with
3.
the auto success, 5 successes.
Nice.
Wow.
3.
Okay.
Nice. 5
So-
nines.
So as you two are walking forward and kind of slowly going up the driveway, it's probably a good thing that you understood that the house was rigged because you can see that they're like just barely, like, in fact, Ben, you pick up on it. There's a lot of pine trees, around here. And because you're walking up slowly and you were already nervous about, knowing the other place is rigged to blow, you happen to see one lone pine needle fall in the darkness, catch just a glimpse of moonlight, and you see it go beep right off a tripwire.
Am I able to, like, now that I see it, am I able to, like, kind of easily duck around it or move around
Oh,
it or whatever?
yeah, you can. Presumably you let Lily know.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So with that, I walk up and go, well, almost ran into that. I'd better be careful. I say that out loud,
Yeah,
and then I
but
make
to yourself,
the
yeah.
obvious motion. Right.
Yeah, okay.
To himself.
And
When you look across, it's actually the tree itself that basically the tripwire goes across, and if you had driven a car up there, there was a line of 3 claymores against the one tree, painted in such a way that it actually looks like tree bark.
wow.
Okay.
I think we can reason with him.
Can I do a wits and alertness to kind of see what else is around us?
Not at this point.
Okay.
Now give me a wits. Give me a wits and alertness check, difficulty 8, as you guys are nearing the house.
Okay. Wits and alertness.
Yes.
Okay.
Can somebody text us
Difficulty
as we're
8.
following?
What?
Well, Ben is obvious. You guys,
He
as
stops and
as-
steps
yeah.
over nothing.
So he stops and steps over
Okay.
over nothing. So you may not know where it's at, but you know something's in the driveway.
Okay, but we've got him in our visual, so we
Yes.
see him doing. Okay.
Yeah.
I was
So
all right.
there's something in the driveway too. So it's wise not to just go running up.
So it's difficulty 8, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Only 1 success this time.
Okay.
Oh, difficulty 8. Okay, that's 3.
Okay. So which probably makes sense. Ben, you're looking more around just for tripwires at this point, hoping you don't cross something. Lily, you're probably a little bit more trusting, hoping that he since he was the perceptive one or knows enough about bombs, that you're like, he's got it. But as you're looking around, you end up seeing just the faint touch of dust going further down the road. It's like just settling at this point.
So if I speak, I have to make a roll.
Then you break.
Okay. I'm gonna have to do the roll because I need to tell him. So,
Okay. So wits and stealth. Since you were speaking, which is pretty much out loud.
no, it'll be a whisper.
Okay, if you whisper, I'll give you an 8. Not to
Okay.
break it. But you needed 3 successes.
Oh,
It actually
thank you.
specifically lists that.
I have 4.
Okay.
Great roll.
So
Yeah, I got 2
you
10s,
don't
a
break
9,
it,
and an 8.
but Ben, you hear a whisper. What do you whisper?
Dust ahead of us.
Well, not ahead, more like off to the side down the road.
Oh, well, there, off to the side.
It's not
There's,
going to your finger.
Yeah,
There's-
I
there's
look
something
off the
moving.
side, down the road,
Okay.
see
And
if I can catch it.
you can see just the last remnants of whatever it was that she saw, that there's some dust settling on the road.
And like, was that the road that we came up on, or is this a separate one?
It's a
that's,
continuation of the road.
Okay.
Any homes
How-
on here, it's just a country road. It's,
Okay. Gotcha. And these homes are like kind of a decent distance away
Oh,
from
yeah.
each other.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
nothing is right next to one another. This is all the people who want to be away from everybody homes.
And was there light down that way accompanying the dust, or was it just something settling out there?
No, just settling. You only really caught it because the vague ambient moonlight.
Okay. All right. I'll have to be careful about that too. One thing at a time, though.
Can I use heightened ear? What's hearing? I was like ear. Wait, ear sight.
Can I
No,
use
Heightened
heightened
hearing.
hearing?
Heightened hearing.
All of a sudden, her
Heightened ear.
yeah, all of a sudden her ear grows 5 times much larger.
It's
I
higher.
use heightened hearing so that I can follow
Absolutely.
what's going on up there.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Jerome, would
Now
we
I can
know?
get it.
Would we know if our some of our abilities would break the obfuscate? Because I was thinking about doing Eyes of the Beast, but I was worried that if I activated it might break the obfuscation.
That's a great question. How many times have you been in Obfuscate and tried Eyes of the Beast?
Well, there was
This
that
is my
one
first
time.
day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that I can't tell anyone anything because that didn't work out so well last time.
So the answer there, George, is go ahead and try it and see what happens.
All right, I'm not going to do it just
Okay.
for fear that it's going to break it.
Half around and find out.
Yeah. So you got 3 successes?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can hear them slowly walking, but you can actually hear the faint sound of something rolling away on dirt and gravel.
Like a vehicle.
Possibly.
Can I tell where it's coming from?
Further down the country road.
Okay, I'm gonna watch in that direction.
Well, it's going away. It's not coming towards.
Oh,
It's getting. That's why I said it's faint. It's and getting fainter.
shoot. Okay.
Don't say that.
Bang.
I'm wondering if I could use telepathy to quest out that way and see if I can.
That's not how telepathy works. Telepathy
That's
is a
what I- okay.
communication. You could
That's what I thought.
you could use your psychic projection, and you absolutely could.
Yeah, no, I've only got 4 willpower left. I'm not using that again tonight unless I really have to.
Alrighty.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just keep listening.
Okay. Okay, those of you who are coming up to the front door, give me another. At this point, give me perception and investigation. Difficulty 9.
Better spend another willpower for success.
Okay.
Make sure that's working.
You're muted.
2, 4, 6.
That'd be 5 because my 10s explode on that.
Okay.
All right, so 2, 4, 6 minus 1, 5. So with the auto success, 6 successes.
On a difficulty 9? Good Lord.
Rolled 3 10s on that one.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
So at the two of you get up to the door, and just before you go to knock, you can see the welcome mat. You can see it's a pressure plate.
Mm-hmm.
You can make out, the fact that it doesn't look like anything has ever stepped on this doormat. So,
Okay.
And then you also can hear the faint hum of something clicking
Okay.
in succession.
So, what's that? Oh, in rapid succession?
Yes,
Like no.
but
Okay.
but it's not loud. It's like you would have had to have really been listening because you rolled high. You would have
Okay.
really had to have been listening for it to hear this.
Can I tell where that's coming from? Like within the house or
Yes.
the plate? Okay.
Do I hear this as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Gosh, I
So
wish I could speak.
I'm like, can't do that.
We
That's
need
a
to learn
pressure
Morse
plate.
code. See, like,
Okay.
Sign language.
Yeah, ASL.
And
Okay,
can
so you have
I
give
oh,
me
sorry.
give me something that you can do within the next 3 seconds.
Can I determine with like larceny and something if that would be like it's set to explode? Like, is it obvious that there's something in there that's set to explode because of the ticking?
That would be more technology, but I'll give it a shot. So give me a wits and larceny check.
Not a lot, but it's something.
That's going to be difficulty 8.
Nope. Nothing. Okay.
Okay, so then you're kind of stumped. You're stuck on the whole like, what did that happen? I can't step there. Get to you in a second. Remus, why don't
Yes.
you roll 5d10? This isn't for you.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you're just gonna make me kill Ben.
Yeah, no. Just roll 5d10.
Okay, what sixes
Difficulty
am I
6,
looking
yeah.
for?
Difficulty 6.
That is okay. So I got a 10, a 1, and a 6. Does the 1 destroy the 10?
No. So
No? Okay.
basically you had 2 successes.
So 2, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no matter what, if you roll a 10, you still get to re-roll it. The 1's just going to take away from the overall successes.
Okay, I wasn't sure if this was a roll that were like, like abilities.
Yeah, so 2 successes. That's not bad. Okay. All right. Henry, Damaris, and Sophie and Remus. The sky gets really bright.
Sky?
Yeah. And loud.
Oh,
Fire.
flashbang.
Okay, I'm nervous.
Something. I had a feeling this was a trap. A trap.
There's a trap.
Okay. Give me stamina. Lily and Ben, give me stamina and fortitude checks.
Remember, you both had the extra soak.
Yeah.
That's for to ignore pain penalties. So like when they get blown back, they can pick themselves back up.
Oh.
It's not that it's bad. It's if you take it's really good if you take catastrophic damage, because then it's going to give you a chance to at least get up and get out of the way if you survive.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lily got 2. What'd you get, Ben?
1 success.
One. Ooh. Okay. That's enough.
Maybe
Okay, so
Picking
have
up
you
your
guys?
pieces.
So have you guys? Who here has seen Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
It's most everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, there's this scene where everything is just blown up, just death and destruction. You see one guy get blown up, and then he gets hit by a secondary explosion, just goes flying off. That's you two. So the house just go boom, like it just blows up, and it has so much impact. The claymores on the outside, so basically they get knocked up into the air with the explosion. Claymores go off, they get thrown off like to the left in the darkness somewhere, just like you can hear the projectiles of Ben and Lily flying through the trees. Ben, you take 6 points of damage.
Is it lethal?
It is actually lethal. And Lily, you only take 5. So your clothing is pretty much all gone. For 1 round, you guys get to ignore wound penalties. Because the blood magic saved you from that much. So you will at least be able to holler for help.
Because I'm
They need a
at
holler. Just
incapacitated.
call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm at mauled.
But basically, you see that place just go kadoosh, like just blow up all over the place. And Ben, had you got that roll, that's exactly what it was. They were arming.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Sophie, give me a
Oh yeah,
willpower
because
check.
you were listening.
You were still listening.
Yeah, that's got to be loud.
Are there still trees on the road like where we're at?
Yeah. It wasn't like a nuke or anything. Yeah, it just,
Yeah.
some of the trees were like on fire, obviously branches and everything, blown off. Okay. Sophie, you are effectively deaf for 10 minutes. And you take a point of lethal because there's some blood coming out of your ears.
Well, I'm really glad I didn't have Eyes of the Beast on. I'm ducking. I'm gonna try to like sidle behind a tree and try to get some cover.
Okay. Yeah, so that house has gone up big time.
I want to get behind the van and then
We
look
left
to
the
see
van
what
further
happened
down
to
the
Ben and
road.
Lily. I mean, if I can see them on the ground.
I'm not going to make you guys roll for it. I mean, your first instinct would be to look for where they went, and you could see them like just, collapsing all over themselves. But they both appear to be alive, for lack of a better term, just blown up to kingdom come.
So did we like blow in different directions
No.
or the
Oh,
same?
no. Same direction. That's why I was saying
Okay.
it's like you went back from the explosion, got hit by a secondary explosion, and both of you went left. Just ba-boom, ba-boom.
Then is Ben's car okay? It was parked far enough back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's got like some superficial damage, like, tree limbs and dirt and rock and whatnot. But no, it didn't take any like actual damage.
So I'm at mauled, so I can
Oof.
still move a little,
Yes.
and you're crippled.
I'm incapacitated.
Oh, you're incapacitated. Okay. I'm gonna try to get to Ben.
Okay. Well, I mean, at this point, I'm assuming everybody else was getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do we have blood on hand?
Mm-hmm. In the
I've
van.
got blood in the van.
Did you tell everyone that there was blood in the van?
Didn't come up, but I mean, we can get it too, but it's more of like, yeah, no, we can get them. There's blood in the car. We can get to them. That's not my worry now. Is like this dude obviously wasn't in the house.
No,
Like,
keep in mind, Sophie can't hear, which she
Oh.
probably asked that and then realizes she can't hear. So I mean,
Probably yelling it. Is there blood on my hand?
yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear myself, so I'm just shouting.
Oh.
And you can see that my ears are bleeding.
Are we being hailed with gunfire right now, or
No.
no? Okay.
I have a feeling he
since-
was in the car.
Since you paused, Remus, why don't you give me a wits and alertness check, difficulty 7.
Difficulty 7.
Mhm.
Okay. Wits and alertness.
I'm going to ask Sophie a question in sign language.
3 successes. I got 8, a 10, and an 8.
Okay. You can. Yeah, Sophie doesn't know ASL, unfortunately.
No,
I
so
might
just
be able to read lips, though. Maybe.
So what we're going to reenact Major Pain is what you're saying?
Maybe.
Do you read lips? Do you understand sign language? Let me break it down for you. If you don't answer me when I call for you, I'm gonna put my foot in your ass. Is that clear, dummy?
I love that movie.
I'm gonna pantomime. Oh, I guess I can still speak.
Yeah.
But I'm
Just
gonna
loudly.
yell.
I pantomime too. Like,
I heard someone driving away.
So these two are trying to communicate. Remus, you hear the faint sound of coughing, like somebody can't breathe.
Are we still invisible? Like,
Oh no.
no.
no?
Yeah, nobody's
Oh,
an obfuscate at this point.
Okay. What direction is the coughing coming from?
The house.
the house? There's somebody still in the house.
At
going,
incapacitated, am I completely
"What?"
unconscious?
No.
Okay, then I've been going, Eric, somebody go get him.
Okay. Is it the house is it just exploded or is it on fire?
There are parts of it on fire.
Okay. Is it so on fire that I wouldn't
But
want
it's
to
more
run
like,
into it?
I mean, blown up. So it's not going to be hard to get in. Getting around might be difficult because you're going to have to tame your fear of fire.
Okay. I'm going to make a run for the house and try to get Eric out.
Wow, brave. Okay, so give me a courage check.
I'm gonna go to Lily and Damaris and just say, "Help me get Ben and Lily."
Difficulty 8 because
I mean, she would be.
It is an
Mhm.
open large fire.
Difficulty 8. I got 1.
Oh, okay. So you're able to do it, but the beast inside you is, I mean, you're not moving fast because it wants to run in fear.
Okay. If I activate celerity, will that help?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll activate celerity so I can. All right. Okay, I hear you, beast. Let's get in and get out.
Okay, so how many points of celerity do you have?
I have 2 dots.
Okay, I will give you 2 perception and alertness checks, difficulty 7 just because of the rubble, to see if you can find him.
Okay, perception and alertness or awareness?
Alertness.
Alertness, okay.
Yeah, it's not
Thank you.
supernatural.
Yeah. Oh, that's the difference between... Okay.
Yeah, awareness is kind of like your innate spidey sense, like, to something supernatural that, like, doesn't sit right. Like, a good way to think of that was when Neo looked back behind him and he saw the black cat pass him a second time. That was an awareness check. He's like, wait, that's not right. I just saw that.
Okay, yeah. All right, difficulty 8?
Yes.
Or 7?
Difficulty 7.
7? Okay, then I have 3 successes.
Okay. So you find him on the first try. Given the fact that you knew he was in the basement somewhere, you immediately found like a nook or something that took you down. Dash down there really quick. Obviously celerity doesn't help you break the chain, but you can attempt to try to pull it off. Or
I have potence of 2 and a strength of 5, so
Nice.
okay. Why don't you give me a strength and potence check?
okay.
Difficulty 6.
Okay, so I'm rolling the 2 potence dice.
You're rolling all of them
Okay, yeah.
because you didn't spend blood on potence.
I can though. Would that help?
Technically, you're supposed to declare that ahead of time. So if you fail your roll, you can, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a great roll. Okay, so I got 2 10s. So that's 4, 5,
Wow.
6, 7. But I did get a 1, so it's -1, so 6 successes.
Nice.
It's only 6.
So, you've got this picture of brave, nimble-footed Remus, way beyond the whole "this is my first day" sort of thing. Just dash down there, and like his muscles ripple, like almost Hulk-like as you go. You're not able to snap the chain, but you jar it free from the building itself, enabling you to grab him and run back out of the flaming house.
Okay. Dope.
So both Lily and I keep wanting to call him Bastion. That's not his name. Ben are going to need clothing. You're not like naked or whatnot, but like your tops are like super shredded, and you got kind of the heavy metal pants, right about now.
I was going to say, finally got you naked.
It's like, okay, Captain Kirk.
Does Lily have a thing for Ben? Is that like...
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Interesting.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I spend, because of my generation, I can spend 2 blood a turn. Can I spend 2 blood to heal 2 lethal?
You sure can.
Okay.
And you are now out of crippled, or now out of incapacitated. That brings you at mauled, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're able to get back up with some help from your friends and start scrambling back to the vehicles.
Yeah.
Can I do the same thing?
You sure can. Hello, Vancouver by night.
So how many
Hey.
blood am I? So I get 3 per turn.
What's your generation?
My generation is 8.
Okay, so you can spend 3 per turn. So if you
What's
would
Okay.
like to, if you would like to heal 3 points of damage, you can.
I will heal
Oh,
3 points of
fancy
damage.
pants.
That puts me at injured, right?
Yes. And how much blood do you
Yeah.
have left?
Oh, I still have a lot.
Okay. How many do you have left?
12.
Okay, you're good. Ben, where you at?
I have 5 left.
Ooh.
Yeah, you get the blood.
He's looking pecked and kind of twitchy, and you guys have seen this version of Ben before.
He's not like himself when he's hungry.
No, no, he needs a
Personal.
vampire Snickers, something fierce at this point.
Uh,
Do I remember there was blood in the van?
I don't want to give him blood. I don't want him to be bound to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you
Is-
blood.
He already
there-
fine.
Do I
Is
remember there's
everybody's-
blood in the van, Drum?
What's that?
Do I remember that there's blood in the van?
Yeah.
All right, so I go get the blood and bring it out to him.
Well, you
Okay.
can't pull it from the. Yeah, I mean, you can, but you know, it's a little complicated just to pull it straight from there. If you just have
Oh, I
him.
thought it was just a jug. I'm sorry.
Oh no, yeah, not like that. No, it's literally set up like an Arrowhead bottled water sort of thing, but miniature.
So can I just, can I start pulling Ben out?
No, yeah,
Can
you
we-
guys are already at the vehicle. Yeah, we can skip
Oh,
past that. You
okay.
guys are already at
Yeah.
the
We-
vehicle. Nobody
Gotcha.
is.
We went there and got you guys already.
Yeah, you guys are already back at this point. Ben, if you just lay your head underneath and pull the spigot, you can just let it fall into your mouth. You know, at that
Yeah,
point, if you want.
sweet.
So yeah, I
I'll,
tell Ben there's blood in the van and bring him in.
Okay.
I guess I'll
Oh,
I'll
good.
take his car.
Okay. Smart.
So I'll drink 2 of the
Parenting.
points.
But I'll take his car
Okay.
out of the drive.
So where to
Yeah,
now?
I want to check on Eric.
Yeah.
He's suffering from some burns. His clothes are a little tattered, but nowhere near in the condition like what your guys are from the explosion. Kind of emaciated, looking. But otherwise just kind of like not really there, kind of out of it. I mean, he was ground zero for the explosion, but underneath it, so his head's probably ringing or something. He just doesn't seem to be, cognizant really.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Unless we're
let's get out of here.
unless we're still going to look for this guy.
Should we follow him?
Sophie said she heard the car was going down the road over that way.
I think that's the dust we saw, Ben.
Yeah, that must have been him already. Like he
Yeah.
just left the moment anybody came up.
Are we?
All right.
I don't
So
think
I
we're in
wonder
any
if
position
we
for
tripped
Caleb.
it or did he detonate it from afar?
Oh no, he set a timer. I heard
So are we following
one
him or
just
are we
a
going
few
to talk
seconds
about it?
before it exploded.
Are
So
we going
that's
to
what
follow
we
him?
heard.
Yes, that's what you heard. Is he going to follow him or are we going to talk about it? I don't know what we're doing. He has
I
a
think-
death on the road.
Yeah, let's start headed out. We could talk more on the phone or
So which direction are you
I
heading?
don't know.
Heading back the way you came or further down the country road?
Take me home.
Country road.
West Virginia.
I think
We
we should
go-
retreat.
yeah, if we go after him, I mean, he hasn't placed bombs in his car or something. I doubt he's got some sort of James Bond gizmos, but yeah, talking's not going to work anymore.
We're bound to
We
run
just
into
have to kill him.
we're bound to run into more traps if we follow him. I think we need more time.
Yeah, we need time to prepare.
It
And
sucks
to
he's gotten
research these guys because
Yes.
I don't know shit about hunters. I just know they don't like us. And you know what? The feeling's fucking mutual at this point.
Should we go to your house, Remus?
Let's go someplace else, at least for like let's go back to, just because I don't, if he's tailing us, I don't want to lead him directly back to the Haven. Well, let's go someplace neutral. Maybe we'll go back to, what was that hotel that we met you at, Ben?
What about the
You
museum?
drop in.
Yeah, or the museums, is someplace where, if the museum's the Haven, like if
Is it a
now,
haven?
well, not a Haven, but like it's our
Yeah.
our meeting place.
Elysium.
You mean back in Ashland?
Yeah, yeah. I think like let's go to some place like neutral that is not a place we tend to go, so that way, if I mean, I'm gonna destroy my car's or the van's license plate after this, because if he got to look at it, I don't want him to be able to track and see where it goes to.
So
Probably
at
do
Right.
this
the same
point, you
thing
guys
with
have turned
your
around and
car,
are driving away. You're talking at this point
Mhm.
and deciding where you're going to meet up.
Yeah.
So presumably you are ditching Medford altogether and getting back to Ashland.
Yeah.
Okay. Where exactly is everybody heading to?
Is
We need
there
to go.
this restaurant? It smells very greasy. That Robert and I used to go to. It was all over California. It's a Denny's. Is there a Denny's we could go to? Because very nondescript. We could go to.
How are they going to feel with two charred, half clothed bodies walking in?
It's
Yeah.
Denny's. I've seen much
Right.
worse.
Can't we just? I mean,
We could stop
let's.
at a store, Walmart or something, and grab clothing.
Yeah. There you go. We do go there, grab clothes. We change as we then head. We got to go somewhere because we need to make sure Eric's okay. And I've got to turn him in back to wherever he can go. Got to make sure he's all right. See what's in his head. Speaking of which, can you see what's in his head right now, Sophie?
I can try it. Are we stopped somewhere?
No, okay. Well,
AKA,
you guys were
am I
talking,
no
so
longer?
we'll say since Remus is probably the most humane of those who are out there, Remus makes the clothing run. Real quick, inside Walmart. You guys are right now in the Walmart parking lot of, well, Medford at this point. So you're making a Walmart run to go get clothing. You stop temporarily to probe while he's getting clothing. So I will give you, I'll give you 2 rolls for this while Remus runs inside and gets everything, and then you're heading back out. That way we
Okay.
keep everything on a steady, storyline here.
I'm gonna be right back. Sorry.
Sure, no problem.
She's making a Walmart run too.
Yep. The people of Walmart.
You have to make a self-control check of walking into, like, Benedict is like, ugh, Walmart.
I know. I was
Trying
thinking,
to do the Walmart run.
should
Ye-
Sophie make a big deal about that?
You hear him on the inside going like, ugh, ugh,
Well,
like
we're
every
totally-
time somebody comes by, but nothing like it's
These
reviling
clothes
you to get
were made
away.
in China.
Yeah. It's okay. We're not going to wear any of this stuff.
As you're walking around on
Um,
the inside, he's like, "That is a tank top, not a dress."
Oh, yeah, that is weird. Man.
2
Almost
successes.
crazy.
Okay, so you get into his surface thoughts. It's really riled. He was concerned for his life. Obviously, the first surface thought you pick up is the big flash of light that was above him. And the panic that he encountered when it looked like he thought he was going to die.
Somebody want to talk to him while I'm here?
He is incoherent, so
Oh, that's right.
right. So you can get your 1 more roll if you want to go deeper.
All right.
I like how Remus is like you said I'm the most like humane looking, but I've also got like a bunch of like frenzy gangrel stuff, like sharp teeth.
This is true.
Sad.
Well, of the ones that were available, anyways. So, how many did you get?
3.
3. Okay. All right. So you dig in a little bit deeper. You pick up on the guy because you've seen him at this point. And you pick up on a memory where the guy found him, probably shortly after he encountered the Sabbat. The guy wasn't alone, so you don't recognize and you don't get a good look at the faces of the others that are with this person. But the guy is sitting him down and specifically telling him that that basically you get the you pick up on the conversation where this Pete 910 individual is telling him that they're going to be using Eric for his knowledge of vampires and where they reside. And apparently you get the impression that they know Eric well enough to know that there's something about him that vampires are attracted to him, which is why he was being used as a hound.
Do I feel any like this draw to him?
Now that you're poking around, I'll give you a roll. Give me a wits and awareness check. And at this point, Remus is coming out. He just kind of grabbed what he could grab and it's coming back out. So, Lily, you have a just a general Oregon t-shirt, like tourism t-shirt sort of thing. And Ben, he got you an X-Men t-shirt, specifically Wolverine.
Can you guys believe they don't have Gucci in there? Oh,
Nice.
Oh, sure. You get the cool shirt and I get the Oregon.
Kids got taste. What can I say?
3. Okay. Sophie, now you need to give me a self-control check.
Because of Ben's Wolverine shirt?
Yes, because of Ben's Wolverine. Exactly. It's
Of course.
he's so rugged.
he managed to find a Crafts 5 Wolverine shirt
That was
At
made
Walmart.
in Walmart.
from Walmart. Whoop. Okay. That doesn't explode, right?
No.
2.
Okay, so you are able to hold it back, but you cannot pull back your fangs. You basically have one of those like True Blood moments where you're like, like a little bit of excitement, boink, you're like your fangs extend sort of thing, and it's coming from Eric. There's something about his blood that you really would not mind taking a bite right now.
So the rest of us there, like watching this happen with Sophie, right?
Yeah,
now?
she doesn't say anything initially. Obviously, she's really focused on, what's happening. Remus, of course, comes back and gives you guys the clothing and whatnot. And then she has that kind of like that rush, like she just suddenly had a surprising drink or something, or some sort of elation and her fangs pop.
Right. So I see that. I'm like, you all right there?
Does he smell really good to you?
Why do you ask?
I'm gonna take a sniff.
He doesn't do anything for you whatsoever, Remus.
Me?
Yeah, he doesn't do anything for you.
Oh yeah, because I've got the bloodhound.
Yep.
Yeah. Why do you ask? I mean, he's...
Lily, you're sniffing him? Okay, give me a perception and awareness check. Anybody checking it out? Give me a perception and awareness check.
Better not.
Might as well.
I got you guys pants too.
Oh, there you go.
Picked
Okay.
up, like, jeans and stuff, because you said like their pants were. Yeah, I would have tried to get.
They were Def Leppard.
Fully thrashed. Def Leppard-fied.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
6.
So
Give us at least
Lily,
6.
you definitely smell something about. You all, if you succeed, you all smell something about his blood.
Yeah, he smells good.
You awake?
Like I
He's
want to take a
incoherent.
I want to take a bite kind of good.
Should we take him to a hospital or a doctor? He was in a building that exploded. Is he concussed? What's
I
my
don't have any
medicine?
medical training.
Yeah, I don't have medicine.
I don't
I
have
have
medicine.
I have
Oh.
a dot of medicine. That's it.
Yeah,
I have
you
one.
do know
He
somebody who
looks
does
like a
have quite a
human.
bit of medicine, though.
We could talk to Jacob.
Yeah, this guy might need medical attention.
Yeah, we need to take him to
Um,
the where we took the girl.
I wonder what he is though. Can I aura percept him?
Didn't you say he
Sure.
was a ghoul?
I've got
Or-
one dot in medicine. Can I like grab his eyes or grab his face and kind of like look at him and see?
Yeah. Give me a perception and
Thanks.
a perception and medicine check.
Perception, and then mine's perception and empathy. I think.
Because you guys said he was a ghoul, right? Or was that just like the assumption?
I
I
have
think
0.
I think we checked him out.
2
Okay.
for aura percept. I just curious
Okay.
to see what his aura is. Is it sparkly?
No, he's got a pale aura.
Interesting. He doesn't have a
But-
different aura,
But
guys.
other
like
than that, he doesn't have like a discernible like aura, like angry or anything of that nature, because he's pretty out of it.
Wait, so does that mean he's
seems like he's human.
Let's
Oh.
take him to the doc.
So didn't get a whole lot from his mind, but I got the sense that they were using him for information on how to find us, like places, not us, but I mean like us,
Well, it
Right.
seems like he was bait.
and that there was something about him that made him very attractive to us, and so I was just trying to like,
Oh, is that why you asked about smell?
yeah, and it was real, it was true.
No,
Oh.
I sense it as well. There's something
Oh.
about him.
Yeah, because I would really like to take a bite of him.
That makes more sense now because I was like, wait, why are you sniffing him?
He
Like
seems a
he's
bit dangerous. I don't think you should bite him.
Well, I'm not going to. I mean, if it was
I
3
mean,
months ago, I would have drained him already. But it's
I'm not
I'm not going
especially
to bite him.
hungry tonight, so I mean, we
we did rescue him. Let's not like
yeah, okay.
celebrate by draining him. Let's get him to a
No, I'm
doctor.
not going to drain him.
Well, let's take him
I
to
said
the
we're not
doctor that
going.
we took the young girl to.
Let's take him
Yep.
to the doc's office, I think.
Is he a
Not,
medical doctor or is he like a
I
Let's
mean,
find out. I
Okay.
go ahead and give Jacob Prester a call and put him on speaker.
He's a scientist.
Okay.
So
yeah? I just couldn't remember if like
So
I don't
he
I'm
picks up.
pretty sure he's been around long enough. to
Mr. Baxter, how can I help you today or tonight?
Hey, Doc. Question about your medical training. If we had a guy who was kind of out of it, do you think you'd be able to diagnose him? There was an explosion. He's not losing blood or anything, but is kind of out of it. If we brought him by your office, would you be able to take a quick look?
I could. I'm not like a practicing surgeon or anything of that nature, but I do have the appropriate medical knowledge if that's what you're looking for.
Exactly, yeah. Just to see if anything is going before we, reintegrate him with everybody else. If you can have us over, we can be over in just a few.
I don't have any appointments right now, but as you know, I keep night hours, so come on by.
Thanks. Be there soon.
Okay, to the doctor.
Here we go.
So everybody gets back up in your vehicles. You drive, actually this time out of Medford, in your new attire, in your vehicles, and head back on over to, at this point, to the address of the doctor's office.
As we're driving,
adjacent to downtown.
as we're driving, I'm gonna Like, I don't know if we're on a speakerphone or whatever, but I want to talk to Ben just real quick. You're in the other car, right?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, he could be, yeah. I mean, either way is fine. Go ahead.
I'm like, Ben, how did you, is the doctor that how did you get his phone number?
We were at his place before, and he got his number from him.
So you could just put anyone's number in your phone?
Well, yeah. You've never used a smartphone before?
Well, it has the phone. Robert, he says that he programs the phone for me. I've never put a number into the phone.
Oh, yeah. I mean, here I'll show you how to do it. That way you know. And then go
Yes.
ahead and boop 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 boop.
I've learned how to program a phone.
Okay.
Most people cool. So,
Yeah.
But it doesn't take long from where you guys are at. Like given where you're at in the traffic, it takes you about an hour at this point to get back and get into town and park outside the doctor's office. You can see that there's a light on and whatnot. He's Tom Podette.
Boo!
all right, Eric, you must come inside. We are going to walk. It is time to walk inside. Stand up, you bastard. Let's go.
So he sort of walks, kind of compliant, but he's like all over the place.
I'll
Shit.
I'll put his arm around my shoulder and I'll kind of like help him.
Thank you, Remus. You are the beast of the man. You think about walking along.
What? Okay. Beast of a man.
And Henri, as you finally figure out how to put a phone number in your phone, you can see that there's a message saying that you have a voicemail.
It was a voicemail. I'm going to listen to this.
Okay, you press on the buttons. You guys are bringing him in, and the doctor is starting to look over Eric at this point. Oh, hello, Henry. This is Shannon Crumbacher. From the pawn store. I got your number. I was wondering if you wanted to go on that date anytime soon. My number's here. And she rattles on 555. Gives you the rest, I hope to hear from you soon. Toodles.
Okay, when Remus is alone, I'm going to talk to Remus.
Could we hear that?
No, because he just pressed the button. He didn't have it on speakerphone.
Rat.
I feel like her voice would project, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some groveling sound coming from his phone.
George was definitely hoping it was her. I was like, please be her. Please be her.
So, be that as it may.
I'm probably looking at my phone bewildered as I'm walking.
Dr. Prester, pulls out like a little pin light and is looking at him and whatnot, and he says, well, he definitely looks concussed. I do see some secondary injuries. It looks like he has some bruising around his ribs predominantly, so he may be having some trouble breathing. You're probably going to need to take him to somebody who can set these for him, or barring that, I don't know if anybody has flesh crafting or bone crafting, but that would be the non-mortal version that you would probably want to use.
He's human, right? He's not, like the rest of us.
He's been a ghoul.
Yeah, he appears to be. I'm detecting a funny scent though.
We detected it too.
A tantalizing scent. And so he kind of pauses for a second. And he says, "Oh,
is it possible that they did this to him, or is this like what he is?"
No. He has what's called addictive vitae.
That's a thing.
Oh, so
Does
don't
not
bite
bode
him.
well.
It means that to us, he is going to taste especially well.
Is that like
you
a
said
blood?
addictive, so we get addicted to his blood?
Quite possibly. Not in a drug sense, as in perhaps a feeding frenzy where you accidentally kill him.
It's amazing that he hasn't been killed already.
I'm not surprised. Individuals like this are pretty rare.
They
If
want to
you-
keep them around to keep milking them as much as possible, right?
Exactly. Think of it as like your own special energy drink.
So could his blood be used to like against us as
Oh,
almost like a pheromone? Like does that make sense what I'm asking here?
throw
That's
a bottle of it down on the floor. We all
that's
go
a
running for it.
that's an interesting question. I would imagine that's possible. If any one of us were particularly low on blood, that would be an especially distracting combination.
Sophie's looking at Ben as he's talking.
I'm looking at Sophie.
Yeah,
who
now
was
that you've heard that he's got like special vitae,
I'm looking at my phone.
like you know what? In fact, Ben, give me a self control check.
Ah, good thing I raised it.
Guys, willpower.
Actually, he can't spend willpower to resist frenzy as a Bruja.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
Roll high. Keep it going high.
This is why they
2
captured
successes.
him.
Okay.
Nice.
So subconsciously, as you guys are all talking about like the vitae and throwing it on the floor, and you just the whole interaction and whatnot, like Ben unconsciously takes a step back. Just like you know the beast in there is like, oh, this is like the beast inside you is like, this is special blood.
Are you
It's
okay?
going to taste
Oh,
better. Oh, I need some of that. And just in your own mind, you're like, nope.
I'm gonna take a quick walk. Be back in 10, maybe 20.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no. I'm good. It's just a little top off and not from Mr. Energy Drink. So Ben heads out to see if he can find somebody.
Oh, I was going to ask. Oh,
See something.
yeah. When I asked Jerome a question, because he said that it didn't affect me, and I'm like, that's.
I think it's
Don't you have like
he's not your style.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. You would think that like the rare blood would still like appeal to it, but I guess because he's not hot enough.
Precisely.
Female enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
You have a different version. You have, in essence, the Ventru flaw of prey exclusion.
Okay.
You can
I,
only get blood from a certain type. If you get blood from anything else, it does nothing for you.
Okay, and it's specifically women, right?
Hot women.
Okay. Okay, because I guess I was under the impression it was like anybody who was,
HAWT.
okay. Well, yeah, but I thought like a hot dude like would also suffice, but I guess no. So okay.
Gots be women's.
Is there any way that it could be weaponized or augmented? Used as bait kind of a thing?
I don't think that you really need to do much else, but I assume since you're going along that train of thought, I would imagine if you pumped him full of drugs of some kind,
That's what I'm saying. He used bait.
That would obviously cause an adverse effect in a vampire.
Well,
I just had some. We just had
some drug blood.
We had
Some blood in the drug.
Now I'm a wizard.
Should we tell the?
Could he be
drink the blood of some guy, but he was on drugs, and now I'm a wizard.
I gotta go to Hulu.
So she was talking about weaponizing him, but couldn't they use his blood to entice us? We think we
I'm saying
might
it's a
be
lure,
dealing
it's a
with some
trap.
hunters.
I mean, I don't think
he nods at that point. I mean, that would be a very subtle way to take out your enemies, especially given the fact that you don't travel in packs like a Sabbat would.
Thing is, we didn't know that he was this kind or this type until we actually, well, really until we pretty much picked him up out of the basement a little bit ago. So I don't know how that would necessarily work when,
Maybe
we
you
hadn't
weren't
met
the
him
initial
before.
targets?
I mean, what didn't you say this guy
Who
was
else
waiting
would've
for
been?
people? He
Well,
was waiting for people to show up, right?
if they got his blood, I mean, if they have any scientists in their group, they could do the whole synthesize it and everything and try to use it as a pheromone.
Does he have any marks on him for blood draws and stuff on his arms or any place typical?
No.
I'm thinking maybe this guy, this Pete 910 or whatever, is not a hunter yet, but this was going to be his like oh, let me join up. I have
Initiation.
this really tasty lure that we can use. But hopefully, if but he's not one of us, right? So can we just is Ben his sister who's looking for him, right?
Yeah.
Is
Ben's
she?
not here, but yeah.
Oh, that's right. He took a walk. Is she,
It's his sister that hired us to find him.
does she live here?
Yeah, she lives close.
Could we convince them that we're going to I mean, this guy living here in Ashland, he's going to be a target, right? Is there any way we can convince them that he's in on something really dangerous and he needs to get out, like witness protection?
I think that she could be convinced, that for her brother's safety, that they need to leave and move across the country.
Yeah, just because I feel
My
like
concern is what he's been put through. Is he going to be able to recover from that before we let her anywhere near him?
well, we need to get him to a hospital because he's got rib injuries.
My only concern is it's because he's a ghoul. I mean, I'm sure
Is he
that
gonna heal faster being a ghoul?
I would think he would, but also
Are
we
you
don't need
thinking
him.
the withdrawal?
It has been a while, I'm guessing.
I mean,
I can't afford any more ghouls, guys. It's not me. I'm not doing this.
I have two. I don't want this one.
Remus.
It seems like if anyone's going to do it, it should probably be the one who's not going to eat him. But I just,
Yeah, because I can't. Yeah, I don't want to have something that tasty around all the time.
I just worry that keeping him in Ashland is he's gonna remain a target for as long as he's here. Is there? I would rather send him and his sister to a place where they're like vampire. There's not as many vampires, or at least someplace he could be more safe than here.
Somewhere
We're
on
not going to take him as one of our own. He has got to be weaned off the blood before we let her anywhere near him.
Will he try to feed off her? He's not a vampire.
No, but I think he would go looking for something to feed off of, which could also put her in danger.
Well,
So here is a crazy thought. What about the werewolves that we have worked with before? They would not feed off of him, and they could bring him someplace that he would be away from the vampires.
I don't know if they would get that involved.
I was
If
going to say if he's been a
protect him
junkie,
from
maybe
vampires,
he needs
okay?
to go through some kind of a rehab program anyway.
Yeah, but his main drug is our blood.
So
What happens when a ghoul doesn't get their blood? I'm still new to this.
They will find it.
Huh. How
So
long can they?
that's what I'm saying. If we bring him to the werewolves and say he was with some very bad vampires, and we for his protection, we need you to take care of him. So it's not I think they would help. It's like like planting new trees. They'd be like reforesting for them. I don't know. It's
Well, Sophie, you've dealt with them the most. Do you think that they would be agreeable?
I don't know. I think they might not have the bandwidth for this kind of project. It seems like it would kind of cramp their style, but I don't know.
the other side is the old me would say just drain them and bury them. So it is, but to know Ben, you're looking at he's not here. If Ben was here, he would be looking at me very crazy and disappointed. That is not the old me. That is what the old we would have said. We are not going to drain them and bury them.
I think it's very big of you to acknowledge that we are not taking that route on
we are
Read the
not
Job.
going to go that way. So that's what I'm saying is the werewolves might be the way to go. It's not like we're like handing them a problem. It's to clean them. I don't know.
Well, maybe we can. So maybe that's the long-term discussion that we need to do. But for the meantime, like, is there any doctor or any person we know who could? Because if he's going to be dangerous, taking him to a normal hospital, do we know somebody else who could treat his injuries?
Yeah, Doc, do you know of anybody?
I'm told the family has somebody that the family goes to.
You mean the Giovannis?
Correct.
Yeah. Like,
I'll look for a favor then.
Well,
they don't do anything
Sophie,
for free.
You're the one that knows them.
I feel like we ask them for a lot of favors a lot of times. But
we're giving them a favor. We are giving them this very tasty treat. So
and Ben comes back.
Hello, Benjamin.
Looking more composed. His hair kind of brushed back at this point. Looking better.
Feeling better?
You could be proud of me.
Yeah. Sure, librarian. Yeah, no, I'm always proud of you.
I will text Quan and just say, hey, do you have a human medical doctor you can recommend?
So he texts back. I take it this is for something off the books?
Maybe a sensitive issue.
Okay. Yeah, we do. Funny you should text. We've got something to run by you, so maybe we can do a swap of some kind.
Favor.
You scratch our back, we scratch yours.
Would you like to meet, or should I call?
Let's do this one in person.
Where and when?
How does Italian sound?
Anzios it is.
We're gonna bring this concussed.
Why not?
This concussed broken
no.
rib.
Yeah, he can stay here with the doctor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we've got to kind of detox him somehow.
Well, but he's got lung issues. Like, we need to address those too. Or how serious are they, doctor?
Well, I mean, he pulled out a stethoscope and kind of listened. He said it sounds like smoke inhalation, but I think it's more because of the impact to his ribs.
Is it something that we can? That I don't want him to die because we're having to go and make deals and stuff. Like, is this something?
I don't believe it's fatal. I'm given how long he's been with you so far. If it was that bad, you would have seen something by now.
Okay. So would you mind us leaving him here while we go and try to make?
Of course not. It's consider it my duty to the city. I'll put him in the bed in the other room.
Okay.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Doc.
And the doc's been part of this whole conversation. He's overheard our concerns and all this.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He hasn't been chiming in, but yeah, he's heard it all.
Okay.
And
on the way to where you're going, I need to talk to you.
Who'd you say that to?
To you.
Oh, sure.
Just
Yeah.
on the drive once we leave here.
Okay.
So I'll just text Quan back and say, all right, see you at Anzio's in 15.
Okay. He texts back to thumbs up.
Drive to
So
Anzio's.
when we get in the car, I'm just gonna say to Remus, I'm like, so if I got there's a lady that at the pawn store, she
Mm.
she has called me twice, but I did not give her my number. The first time she called me, she said she got my number off of the receipt. Did you put my number on the receipt?
I don't think I would. I would have used my number if did you, wait, because yeah, we got the Freddy Krueger thing, right? The costume for you, but
Correct, but you paid. I did not give money.
yeah,
You purchased it for me.
yeah. No, I wouldn't have used your phone number. I would have used mine because it would be weird. Because yeah, if any the disputes or anything, I would want them to call me.
So the first time she called, she's like, "Oh, I got that for the receipt," and I'm like, "Well, I guess." And then she just called again. She wants to go on the date, but I have hesitation going on the date with her because she's kind of a troll like woman. But the other part is, how did she get my phone number in the first place?
Yeah, because we've only. Huh. Yeah. No, I don't know. This. Do you like this lady? Like, how
Goodness,
about
no.
no? Okay.
She is troll. I say there's nothing about her attractive from her voice to her appearance. It's uh, she speaks like a frog. She's just she can't even say my damn name right. She's Henry. It's a fucking bitch. But yeah, but I would just at first I did not understand how she got my number. I mean, the devices. But when Benjamin was showing me as to program the phone, you have to know a phone number to put it in. So it does not make sense that she got my phone number. That's why I'm trying to. How did she get it? And I know when we were there, we smelled the blood at her place. So I don't know.
Hold on. I have to look through my notes and be like, wait, did we go back to that place?
We only went the one time.
Okay.
I'll
Oh,
never
yeah.
tell him that Lily gave him the number.
Okay. Okay.
How
Yeah.
did you give her the number though?
Okay. Okay. Cool. Because like, as I was there for the game where you guys went back, but I hadn't joined you. I was still at the place, and then I met you guys later. Okay. Because I was like, I have
I
memories
didn't
of.
go back. I wasn't there that night.
Yeah, like because I had memories of going back and or like scenes being set there, but I was like, I don't remember Remus being there, giving the phone number. So okay, okay, uh, yeah, no, it sounds like this lady's pretty obsessed with you though. She's gonna get your phone number no matter what. Because I certainly didn't give it to her.
So that does. I mean, is there a way? Because technology is still new for me. Is there a way that she could have gotten my phone number just from your name? Because I did not even. I don't even. You were calling me Freddie that night, so I don't remember how she would even get my name.
Unless she hacked our phones, which like our phones are supposed to be unhackable, I don't see how that's possible. I mean, if you don't want to have anything to do with this lady and you just want to uh, just end it, there's two possible options. You could either just be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'm not interested in any sort of dating right now. I've got a lot on my plate. My house blew up." You
Nice.
could go that way, or you could go the coward's route, and you could just change your phone number, and she'll never know.
I just want to know how she got my phone number in the first place.
Um, I have no idea. Like that whole place gave me weird vibes. I don't know. She might be like, what if she's wait? Does Remus know that she's a vampire? Was that ever told? Okay, because like with everything going on, Remus might actually think like, what if she's like some other type of creature? Like we've got vampires, we've got werewolves, we've got hunters now. Roll again. Like, what if she's some like what if she's been like I don't know. What if she's like some sort of like mind creature or something? She could read your
And
phone
right
number
there,
from you.
you guys pull up Danzios.
Should we ask everybody else? Maybe ask Sophie.
Was Lily in the car with us the whole time too, or like?
She'd probably be
Sure.
riding with Ben.
Your sister?
I'd probably be with Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Called
no.
ahead to Anzia's, told him to just prepare for us to come in.
Okay.
Yes, maybe when we are done talking to Sophie's friend, we can throw it to the group to see what they
Yeah.
say.
Because if there's an information leak, that's not good. We may
Right.
have to kill. We may have to go and fight this lady.
I would not be opposed to that.
Well, everybody goes in the inside
Yeah,
at this
he
point.
wants to fight her. We might have to kill her. I don't know.
I have to kill her. Oh well.
No? There was hot smelling blood there. That lady is up to something.
So are you meeting on the floor with the rest of the plebes, or going upstairs to one of the private rooms?
Oh, private room.
Stairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we arrive there, I'm gonna go up to the bar, and I mean just like at the restaurant in general, I'm gonna go up to the bar and ask for an empty bottle, and then excuse myself to, I guess, to the bathroom.
Okay. So Sophie, as you were doing that, give me a perception alertness check. Everybody else has kind of gone upstairs. There's one of the waiters is bringing up drinks to everybody there.
Nice. How many blood can we get back?
What's that?
How many blood can we get back?
Everybody can get a point.
Oh.
Has my blood supply slowly started returning?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So you got 2 successes?
Yeah.
Okay. You see, as you got your bottle and you're about to go do whatever it is that you're going to go do, you see a man kind of sitting quietly by himself. Got a cowboy hat on, nice button-up shirt with like a sport blazer on, denim jeans, cowboy boots. And he, as you get your bottle, he looks specifically at you and tipped his hat.
Have I seen him before?
No, he does not look familiar at all.
I guess I will do aura perception.
Okay.
Oh, I got 3 10s.
Nice.
8 successes.
8 successes. All right. So you are picking up, man, with that sort of roll. Okay, so, obviously the aura perception picks up heat. His arms are a little colder than the rest of his body, but not by terribly much. He has an aura that would belay that of a person, a mortal, nothing like, pale or anything of that nature. He's not angry. Does look pretty intent on something. And you also pick up a little bit of a glow, because given that roll, but more like electricity. Basically like with Carillion cameras, because that's kind of what aura perception is based off of, a bit. Carillion cameras can pick up electricity, like in the walls. Like it'll pick up the lines running behind, the plaster and so on and so forth. So you get a little bit of that.
It's Hyperion.
Oh no.
Yes, it is Hyperion as a
The
cowboy.
cowboy hat.
Yes.
And he just miladed you.
But he does seem to be watching you as you are kind of with your bottle and about to
You get
abscond.
your pot.
About to
He's watching
abscond
you
to
watch him.
whatever it is
What
you're
is
going to go
he-
do.
What
I
does
hope
he?
it's like a wine bottle, like a big one.
What does he have on the table? Is he like eating?
He no, but he does have a drink.
Can I tell what the drink? What does the drink look like?
It is colored, so it probably is some sort of a mixed alcoholic drink.
Hmm.
And so while you were debating that, Kwan walks upstairs as everybody is getting your drinks now. And he's like, where's the Baron?
She's
She
still
was down.
downstairs, I think.
She'll be up in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so what
I
was
guess
this business that she wanted to meet with me about? Do any of you know, or do we need to wait for her?
should we go get her?
I mean, we should wait, but I think it has to do with that we may have run into some hunters,
Oh,
or that we have a hunter problem now, amongst everything else.
okay,
It was also what to do with the gentleman as well.
gentlemen.
Oh yeah, Eric.
I'll go get.
Mortal that
Yeah.
has very enticing blood.
Oh,
And several broken ribs.
hence the need for a doctor. Okay, so you have what I'm presuming a ghoul then that needs a doctor, and you need it covered up.
He was a
Yes.
ghoul. His sire got taken out, or his master or whatever got taken out. So he may be going through withdrawals at this point, but I don't know if we should keep that going or not.
Oh,
We
okay.
need him off the sauce.
So you need him not. Okay, so you need him. Okay, well, that's good then. So then we have something to propose. A trade then, I guess. The way it looks, we have a ghoul we need you to take off our hands that we didn't know we actually had.
Ooh.
What kind of ghoul?
Well, I don't want to say she's damaged goods, but the individual she was tied to was a couple crayons short of a full pack. And so hence the fact that this person fell under our radar. We thought she was dead with her domitor, but I guess not. She's not family, so don't worry. There's no
She's not a
weird family.
Giovanni.
Yes, she's not related in that way. She was just a tool that Rebecca Milliner used.
Rebecca,
Yeah.
of course.
Yep, Shelley knows who it is. That Rebecca Milliner had at one point in time, and we just became aware of her presence. So I don't know. Have you been to Forfeit here, pawn shop?
Yes.
Is that
Yeah,
What
we
is
have.
the name? What is the name of the ghoul?
Oh, Sharon Crumbacher.
I'm just gonna look right at Ben.
Well, I mean, that was Ben laughing out loud. That was him
Yeah.
laughing out loud, and then looks to you like, "That's great. That's great." So she's under your purview, or why are
Technically.
you saying she's your ghoul you have to deal with?
Technically, because she was the property of a family member. But that person's been dead, or at least missing, for over 10 years. So a
Right.
part of me commends the fact that this person apparently is still on the sauce, as you might put it.
10 years? Wow.
And resourceful enough to maintain all by herself and keep a low profile.
Remus, this is the woman that is calling me.
Oh, so you
I
know her?
yeah,
No, I do not want
Wait.
to know her.
I think we could take care of her.
No,
So-
you can take care of her. I'm not going to take care of this woman. It's like,
We heard that there was this independent ghoul network.
Yeah, it's a thing. We deal
So
with them
maybe
occasionally.
she was going through that.
She'd almost have to be, unless there's some kindred in town that we're unaware of that's helping her, and I don't think so.
Or she's taking it without. I don't know. Yeah.
So if we take her off your hands, you'll help us with our guy we need help with.
Yeah, just clean swap, straight across.
does she have abilities?
I
Yes,
would
she
imagine
does.
she has some. She's been a ghoul for, geez, what was our last record? So I don't know, 20-ish years.
Then I think we should take her on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd
I do
I'd be
not want
down.
her.
I mean, I
Well, maybe
imagine
we should.
I would imagine she's probably going to be kind of useful, but
Lily, this is the woman that asked me on the date that you were supposed to get me ready for. This is the I am but,
oh,
but
Is this
she
late?
she got my phone number from somewhere and was able to call me without me giving me her my phone number.
This lady's some sort of stalker. Should we really like?
No, I
She's
wouldn't
just
say.
resourceful.
Yeah, she's very resourceful. No, I wouldn't call her a stalker.
You're
She's
gonna
got
call her
connections.
stalker from one call.
No,
Like-
she got Henri's phone number. We never like. I was there. He didn't give her his number, so she got it from somewhere. Like,
She's a
he
woman.
says, look, I mean, I
What is
don't
it?
care who I deal with. I'll let you guys figure it out. But if you guys want to swap your problem person
let's
for our
talk to
problem
Sophie.
person, hey,
that sounds like what
we're
we're gonna
absolutely
end up
amenable.
doing.
Yeah.
That sounds like we're gonna end up doing. But Sophie's the Baron, so we should run it by her first. I don't see why she would have an issue with it, but again, she's the Baron, so
Okay, all right. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a good deal. I'll just sit down and wait for our illustrious Baron to show up.
Yeah,
Sophie,
I'll,
you are downstairs.
Yeah, so I'm going to come back out of the bathroom and make my way upstairs. And I'll kind of glance at the guy, but also like not talk to him or anything.
Okay. So what did you do in the bathroom with the bottle?
You will find out in a moment.
Okay. But there's clearly something in it, presumably.
Yes.
Okay. So you go into the bathroom, and then as you come back out, he's leaning up against the archway to the restrooms. Yeah, looking right at you. And he says, and he kind of pulls back his blazer a bit, and you see a badge attached to his belt.
is it a 10-star?
And he says, you know, when I first took up this assignment, I thought they were crazy when they told me that there was going to be some sort of rock star, you know, in town sort of thing. And here you are. And I guess that's a real thing.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? He says, I am Special U.S. Marshal Raylan Daughtry. I'm sure by now your kind knows that we're here.
oh Lord.
Can I help you?
Well, you are, and he kind of looks down at his hand real quick and he says, you are Sophie Lower, correct?
Yes.
So I do think you can help me. I don't know if you want to have this conversation here now or at the station.
Wasn't Remus going down to get her?
Well, he stopped to talk when he heard the Shannon Krumbacher thing. He drew Shannon Krumbacher aggro.
Crippling aggro.
I'm sorry. Do you have questions for me? Or
I do.
am I being charged with something?
Well, I don't know. Should you be charged with something?
Um,
I mean, I could think of a number of things that don't exactly fit on the books. So you can, we can talk here, or we can talk down at the station. I guess it depends upon just, kind of looks around just how many people you want knowing your business.
Can you give me a few minutes, and I'll be back shortly.
Bring him upstairs.
He says, I can give you 5.
I'm gonna walk past him.
Oh, he let you buy at that point.
Okay. And I'm gonna head upstairs.
Okay.
And I'm gonna not quite slam the bottle, but like place the bottle very roughly in front of Remus, and I'm gonna turn to the group and say, there's a marshal downstairs who wants to take me to the station in 5 minutes. Do any of you know about this?
Xandria was sent that text earlier. She
You
said that
need to
they'd be
call.
in.
You need to call Colin and have him meet you.
Why would there be a marshal here?
And why would he be wanting you?
Does he know, like,
He knew my name.
you're a rock star, right? Is this
Yeah,
related?
yes.
And that's all he knew?
He indicated that he was offering me the opportunity to not have the conversation in public.
I don't know what that means. Like,
Can you read his mind?
You know what, actually? I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna gesture to the bottle and look at Remus.
Yeah, and so when you do that, at this point, Quan's like kind of shrugging. He's like, so I know there's something else coming up, but we got a bit of business here too.
what's in the
yeah,
bottle?
They're proposing an exchange. Our magical blood person to wean off the blood, and one that got forgotten.
And me and Ben are willing to take her off of everybody's hands.
You can't
This
share a goal.
Apparently, she was a ghoul for a long time. They thought that they were both dead, her Domitor and her. And then she recently was found, and so they want to have her taken off their hands. So they'll take him off ours in an exchange.
That sounds fine.
When it comes to Eric, there's a woman. I have a client of mine. She's been looking for him. We can make sure that he lives, right? Like you're not gonna take him and I don't know, do something terrible with him.
I'll run it by the Dawn, but no, I don't think we have any intention of just killing a person. If that was the case, we would have just wiped out Rebecca or Miss Crumbacher.
And I mean, what can I tell my client who's this ghoul's sister? Will she ever be able to meet him again?
Okay, well, we're talking specifics here, but let's say, so he's needing some sort of rehab. So you found him. I'm assuming you're going to concoct a story about like he was really on drugs or something of that nature.
Yeah.
So we'll say that he's at some. You set up a private client service rehab area, maybe something plush, just to give it some pizzazz and believability. We'll put him through the works and give us, I don't know what else, 30 days, give us 60 days, first 30 days, and then he can have visitations or something like that. And it'll give us time to work something out.
It works.
Got it. We do that.
Perfect.
Does anybody have a lawyer?
You don't have one?
I've
We
never.
do. Why would you need a lawyer?
Isn't that what you do when you go to the police station? I don't know.
What did you do? Why do they want to talk? Are you just like, are they interviewing you about something you witnessed? Like,
He
Oh.
didn't say.
Okay, well,
Oh, I was doing telepathy and I rolled 2, 4, 6, 6 successes.
okay.
Nice.
You actually pick up your song that you were with, the music video specifically.
Okay. Can I get like his thoughts about the video?
Actually, that is literally all you get is just the music video.
Okay, so clearly he is practiced in this defense.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
He studied well
I
under the
just
dark
don't
arts
think you
teacher.
should go by yourself.
So Kwan just says, okay, if you lawyer up, you're guilty. Speaking from experience, that's what's gonna.
That's true.
That's exactly what they're gonna look. They're gonna look for.
I do think you should probably have Colin go with you, though.
That's
He
what
is your
I've been
husband.
trying to say. He's your husband, and you should have him meet you at the station.
There's nothing suspicious about your husband showing up.
No.
That's not a bad idea. Just
Okay.
you're gonna have to be careful about whatever it is you discuss. Clearly, but if you lawyer up, they're gonna come at you.
Okay. But in case it comes to that,
Just give us a call.
okay.
You know enough about us to know we've got lawyers.
Okay.
What's
Then I
in the book?
guess take care of the ghouls, and I guess I'll try and let you know if something happens.
All right.
Okay, so Kwan is like already texting, in his phone at this point. He
Yeah,
says,
and I'm
just give me the location. Where's this guy set up at? We'll I'll have Vinny and the Utes go pick him up.
Was the doctor want them to come to him?
Yeah, we'll have to go get him and meet you somewhere.
However you want to do it's fine by me. If you want to do like a dead drop or something, we can find a quiet place around town to do the drop off.
Sure, that'll work.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll look for something that's a little out of the way, but in town. I'll get back in touch with you probably, I don't know what, 15 minutes or so.
Here, I'll
Sounds
give you
good.
my number.
Oh, he's like, I got it.
Oh. Okay.
Isn't he in like the group chat?
Yep.
Because
Oh,
apparently
is
we
he?
have a group
Oh,
chat
okay.
with the entire vampire
Yep.
population
Yeah.
of Ashland, plus my cat.
Yes.
No wonder she got Henri's phone number.
There you
No.
go.
So yeah, Kwan goes ahead and exits. Sophie, you go walking downstairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna text Colin first
Okay.
and tell him that I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna go with the marshal.
He sends like several question marks back.
I tell him all I know, which is not a lot, and then I don't know if you'd
I
like
have him
to come.
meet you or something.
Okay.
God, this is
All right. So with that, then he says, "I'm obviously he'll be there immediately."
Okay.
And so as you are walking to the front, he gets the door for you.
oh my God.
Okay, I guess here we go.
Okay. So you drive downtown. You drive at this point downtown to the building. It's actually near the building itself. Is like right around the corner from the courthouse downtown. So it's all these like municipal buildings and whatnot. Like you're talking like the heart of the municipal district of Ashland at this point. Courthouse, the jail, all that's like all located within like a block or two of one another. Are you carrying your weapons on you?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I might have my knives.
Okay.
I'll probably have my knives. I wouldn't have a gun on me.
Okay. So as you go walking through, the front, and go walking through the metal detectors to get into the main office, it says U.S. Marshal Service there. It obviously goes off.
They know who I am. I'll just make a show out of like pulling my skirt up my thigh and like taking off the knives.
All right.
Ladies got to be protected.
All right. Yeah, and he just holds out his hand. He's got a little bit of a smirk. He's a good-looking guy. He's got a little bit of a smirk. He just holds out his hand, for your knives.
God.
He's like, "Don't worry, ma'am. We're not going to keep them."
Good, I had them custom made.
And it looks it too.
Thank you.
So he just takes them and then sets them down, and he, motions for, he motions to, another agent. There's like 5 or 6 people running around in here at this point at various stages. Nothing like super active, like an emergency or anything, but you can see that there's a board up there. They've got, a bunch of names running across it. Most wanted. There's like clearly most wanted. International cartel types, really high valued, like prison breaks and so on and so forth. And he, holds the door for you to walk into the conference room.
And there's your picture.
Yeah, do I recognize any
No.
of the individuals?
No,
okay.
no. Mm-mm.
There's
Where's that?
Auntie.
And so he offers you a seat at the table. When the door closes, you can hear all the noise from outside. Goes quiet. Mostly soundproof. A long table. It could fit probably like 7 or 8 people in here, and he just sits at one spot, a couple chairs across from you.
Okay.
And he says, so I gotta ask. Whose idea was it to hide in plain sight in Paladin? Or did you just like pick up on it with Isadora and whatnot?
Well, it's a gothic metal band.
Right, with 2 vampires and a werewolf.
That's the persona. Are you a fan?
I've heard the music occasionally on long drives or whatnot. It definitely keeps me awake. You want a donut?
No, thank you.
Coffee?
Watching my figure.
Of course. Yeah. It's not because you can't have it, right?
I'm not fond of donuts.
So I think you already know why you're here. It's not a matter of necessary law. This is an introduction. See, when we come into town, it's no different than when we're dealing with the established organized crime. We simply let them know we're here. And if they're smart, they'll stay out of our crosshairs.
What does that entail? Crosshairs. Or rather, the staying out part. What does that entail?
What's that rule that your type seems to go about? It has something to do with snapping his fingers, like wearing masks, costume ball. What's that rule that you have? Oh, the masquerade, right?
haven't been to a costume ball in some time.
Oh. And so he pulls out a folder real quick and, slides a picture of you, running, down through Lithia Park, and clearly getting staked in the heart. He says, "You look rather well, if you don't mind me saying, for a instant kill."
Well, those trick props, pretty sophisticated these days.
When I brought up the masquerade, and he's tapping on the table at this point, it doesn't apply to here, so don't waste my time.
So what is it that you're in town for, sir?
A number of things, some of which I'm not at liberty to say. But that analogy I just drew, organized crime and the real law? You're the organized crime. Now,
Interesting.
there are ways that you can get around that without getting in our crosshairs. And then there are ways that you can just be what it is that you are, and we have to intercede.
So you're proposing a partnership?
No, there's no partnership. When I show up and I have questions, you answer them. Plain and simple. If I like what I'm hearing, you're not my crosshairs.
Is there something specific you have on your mind right now?
Telepathy.
Yeah. Oh, you could say I do. It's a little longer term. I'd imagine you're probably going to have to pull some of your friends. I don't suppose you happen to remember the name of ATF agent that was in town not too long ago, at least the head agent.
Do you remember there being a scuffle about a year or two ago?
Scuffle. It's a hell of a way to place a building exploding.
I'm not sure I knew of any specific names that were involved.
Yeah, I don't suppose you got that far, given the fact that the building exploded. All but, one of your kind made it out?
Mark Bear.
See, there are two things that are going on here. One of which is personal. One of which is just business. And if I can get what I want, there may be something in it for you. So
This is where I'm gonna get out some telepathy again.
Okay.
Take a gander.
Sure, go ahead.
Difficulty 6.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 3.
Okay. So you look into his head, and you see a picture of an ATF agent.
Is it the guy with the kill switch?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just keep quiet.
He says, so for the time, I'm going to need all the information you have on what took place in that little building exploding. Now, I'll give you 48 hours.
What type of information are you looking for, though?
I don't care how you come up with
Can
it.
you narrow it down?
I don't care how you come up with it, but I want details. I want to know associates. I want to know where they were, what they were doing. "48 hours.
Hunting the hunters.
Oh, is that what you think is going on?
A rogue agency, maybe?
48 hours. You understand, Miss Laura? And you can see
And
Colin is out there, like, outside waiting. The agents have got him held back, but he's there.
pacing like a tiger.
Yep.
Can I get your name?
He slides you a card.
I'm gonna keep his eyes while I
Sure.
grab the card.
He says, "That's Raylan Daughtry, Marshall Daughtry."
And shall I send it to? I'll glance at the card and see if there's a contact on there, like an email address.
Yeah. It's a general email box, like for the U.S. Marshal's office. It's not his specific. But...
You want me to send sensitive material to the general mailbox?
That's for me and my team.
All right, I'll see what I can come up with.
Like I said, 48 hours. Oh, and in the meantime, just to let you know that I didn't waste your time and we ain't playing around. He slides keys to you. He says, this is unit A110.
Does that mean anything to me?
No. He says, I believe the contents I believe the contents belong to you.
Can I spirits touch on the keys?
Sure.
I need to have like a cheat sheet of how many dice I need instead of counting every time. Too much math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. It's actually to a shipping container. And you pick up the sign of the yard that it's currently at.
Okay. Interesting. Didn't know I was missing any possessions.
So he stands up and he says, that'll be all for now. Remember, 48 hours. There is a hard deadline on that.
Understood. And I will stand up and open the door.
Okay. So yeah, then. Okay. So with that, you exit. Colin is like, walking with you as you walk outside. He's all, what the heck was that about? Why were you with U.S. Marshals?
I'll just take his arm and say,
Talk in the car.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk in the car. That's good. I was going to say, is everybody still at Anzio's or have they dispersed?
No, everybody's still at Anzio's
No,
at this point.
still there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another glass is brought around to everybody,
Then I'll have us go back there.
so you can get another blood point if you so need it.
Do that.
Okay.
What was in the bottle was another dose for Remus of Sophie's blood.
Mhm.
Oh.
It's been 6 months,
Oh, had it?
and I put it in my calendar.
Okay.
But I can't remember if that's the last one or if there was one more.
I think he bargained for like another one at some point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think so. There must be one more.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
So, but you were. We'll just assume you guys were on your way back.
Yeah.
So
In that transition, I wanna. So Lily had said that Ben and her would take over the goal, and I go, Lily, you had mentioned you and Ben would take over the school. I do not want to be around her. So if she's going to be here, I think I need to make other living arrangements. You're muted.
She won't be living with me.
She has does she live at the pawn shop?
She
Or
has
she
her
must
own
have a
place.
house.
Yeah, she has her own place.
And then you and Ben cannot both take care of her. I mean, she has to be tied to one of you.
Well, since Ben doesn't have a ghoul and we've been talking about him having one, I'm gonna let him do the honors.
Sounds good. We can do that.
Yep. I like Sharon. She's a nice lady.
I don't know about that. When did you meet her? Wait.
Yeah, I did some business with her.
Eventually, Sophie shows back up, Colin in tow at this point.
How'd it
Hey,
go?
Well, I wasn't arrested, so at least there's that.
Right.
Okay.
So Lady Baron, what is he questioning you for?
I would have explained all of this to Colin on the way, though.
Yeah.
So he compared this interview to meeting with a mob boss and just letting them know or us know that they're in town and that we should stay out of their crosshairs. Seems like they are actually not here for us.
Is Quan still here?
No, Kwan's already left. He's arranged the drop off.
So he knows what you are then.
Yeah, so I tried to be cagey. He was not amused, but I don't think I actually admitted anything, hopefully. But basically he said we have 48 hours to compile a dossier of all the information that we have on that ATF attack a couple of years ago when
we lost our havens.
yeah, and the building downtown, and we lost Bear, and like he wants to know all about the people that were involved, like the ATF people, which I don't think we ever had any names of specific people, but he wants to know everything we have.
I was being held prisoner there.
So he knows what we are too? Is that what we're getting at?
Yeah.
How?
Most hunters do.
Uh,
don't
How
they?
does everybody know who we are? What
Is
in the
he a
world?
hunter?
When I was human, I had no idea. Like, am I missing a website where just faces are plastered up on there? What is this?
If he was a hunter, why would he have let Sophie go? Why would he have this like be okay with her leaving to go and gather this info? Like, because essentially
Because she's
like,
not going to leave the town.
yeah, well, he essentially had like the leader of this whole vampire like government in his grasp. He could have just squeezed. Why let her go if he's not a hunter, like, or if he was a hunter?
So what happens if you don't give him the information?
I think that's where the crosshairs come into play.
Basically, leave us alone if we give them information on this other ATF group.
He basically said, keep the masquerade, but it sounded to me like they're after maybe this group was the ATF group was a rogue agency, and it's like maybe he's after them.
Weren't they part of
Maybe
the
there was
church? Wasn't that attack part of that church attack? I mean, I
yeah,
thought they
I think
were
I
all
thought they were
interconnected.
I thought they were involved, and we had the name of that guy.
And
So
one of
we
my goals
put
still,
that.
I mean, as far as I know, still works in that. It was in the parish, right? Not in the parish, but the church.
Yeah.
So I never even got the scoop on that explosion. That was way before my time here. I mean,
Yeah, same here.
if you give him information, what are you giving him exactly?
That is a good question. On the surface, it was just some buildings exploding, and the city rebuilt that pretty quickly. Considering bureaucracy, I was really surprised how quickly everything was, rebuilt. So that was a little suspicious. But
It was more than that because that's where Chudi and Dati and Remus, you were there. We were captives, so they were.
No, I was in the building when it blew up.
It's
Yeah, cool. Because that's when I out of character. That's when I was Samuel. Was when we were
Oh, yeah,
trapped.
yes. I'm sorry,
Because he
Samuel.
was
So,
blown up so hard, he was impacted into the ground and didn't finally rise back up for a couple months gameplay.
So this isn't the
yeah,
fire that
Sophie was out for a couple of months, I think.
Hold
Maybe.
on.
Yeah, that's where Trudy came from.
Hold on. We know a guy who's good at exploding buildings.
Yeah, no
Like,
kidding.
is it that guy? Like, did you ever know why this building exploded?
Oh yeah. We were in the building. We had fought our way into it, and we were confronting the leader of this ATF thing. And
our hair trigger Bruja took a shot at the guy in charge instead of parlaying, and it turned out he had a dead man switch in his hand.
Oh,
Ah,
so
so
this
they're all
isn't the
gone
fire
then.
that
They're
burnt
gone.
down.
That was my assumption, although I wasn't.
Were they just normal humans or what?
humans with high-powered weapons.
Honestly, I don't know.
As far as we knew, they were just normal people, but
But that's the tie-in with the U.S. Marshals then. Their men were... This is a long time to come afterwards.
I was curious why
Right?
it takes so long to start asking questions.
And so Colin's like, tell him about the keys.
Oh,
Keys?
I almost forgot. Yeah, so he gave me these and said they're for XYZ unit, and it seems they're some kind of a shipping container, and apparently something of mine is inside.
did you retrieve everything from the
We
Haven that were destroyed?
It was the Haven was blown up. I didn't know if there was anything.
So
And in fact, actually, if there was any residual anything in that wreckage, it would have been found by Mr. What's His Face from Autumn Health Management, because he rebuilt it just like it was before. on the very site.
No,
You have no idea what's in this container.
I don't know.
I mean your haven that was destroyed.
Yeah, I don't know. And honestly, that's the night that I lost Colin, and then I mean I was out for a good while recovering, so I don't know what happened in the aftermath.
They
the haven
managed to
exploded.
find our havens. Mine was in the mountainside in a cave, and they managed to find that too.
Yeah, well,
The only
the haven blew up a different night, right? Like it wasn't all the same.
Yeah, it was a little while before.
Yeah, because like they rolled in like assault vehicles into the building we were all in. That's part of why Bear
Oh,
was.
that was another attack. That's right.
Yeah, that's part of why Bear was so upset, was because they really hurt his two girls. So those are the ones that we've been taking care of.
Yeah.
And yeah, confronted with the guy who ordered the attack, he couldn't help himself, I guess.
Is
But,
this the same attack that burnt down the side of the mountain?
no, that's
Oh no. That was Colin's like, no, that was he kind of points across the
hate.
table to Damaris.
Yeah, that was us against hate.
Oh, okay.
Max hate.
That's
was,
when
like, way
you get
before I
on her
came in.
bad side.
Gotcha.
Well,
Do you want to come check out this storage container?
Very much so.
we
I
have
am
to.
very curious.
I hope it doesn't blow up too.
For sure.
Well,
Welcome,
tired of
you
shit
need-
exploding in
He's
this
not gonna
town.
get his intel.
We're getting used to being blown up.
Has,
You
has
don't ever
Quan,
get used to being blown up.
Yeah,
That's
that's a bad thing to get
That's
used
not-
to.
Yeah, Quan
Yeah.
at this point has dropped off an address too, so we can take care of that in downtime. That you guys go to the address and take
Make
care
the
of.
drop off.
Yeah, make the drop off with Eric.
Make the switch.
So collectively, you guys get in your vehicles, then leaving the restaurant, heading over to the shipping yard. There's several trucks there, obviously, sitting overnight, waiting for shipping containers to be loaded up. There's obviously quite a few sitting off to the side, some ready to be carted off or delivered, and so on and so forth. You can see the one that you have is a big blue container.
We'd like to spirits touch on the I guess the handle.
Okay, I can tell you right now, you're not going to get anything,
Okay.
just because they're
I just
handled
don't
by
want
too many
this to
people.
blow up.
Yeah, no, I get
Can I
it.
be? Can I be
But the
stealth?
lock,
I
the
don't.
lock is like a pretty big, but standard padlock, and on the arm that flips across to lock the container itself. So all I have to do is insert the key and turn it, and it'll come off. There doesn't appear to be anything else attached to it.
You might want to take a listen to it first. See if you can pick up anything.
Is it like I would like to be stealthed during this whole thing? I don't want to walk into this like thing like in the open. I prefer to be, like
Is there
behind.
anybody around here about to push us in?
Well, no, I'm worried about like is this like a U.S. Marshals like sting operation where we just walk?
I
up
mean, if
to
that you guys can go in it with that planning, Henri, I'm sure can. Do you mind just obfuscating everybody then, Henri?
Yeah, I can get 5 others, so I can get everybody there.
So we can assume you guys already had that, kind of in mind. You're going over there, so before you guys get out, you guys all huddle around Henri, with the exception of Sophie, and whoop.
Henri, by the way, can I, if I activate eyes
now
of,
he's back out.
oh, well, I was going to ask before we went in there, like if I activate like an ability, will the obfuscate drop?
So I have just recently gotten Protean, so I don't know how that works either. So
Okay.
Well, we'll find out then.
Okay.
I mean, you can. I would in character. I would be like, it depends on the discipline. If it's a vulgar discipline, it would cause you to break.
All you're doing is seeing. You're just looking. So it's someone else is doing the obfuscate on you. You're just looking out of your eyes. That's not gonna Logic
Well-
says that that's not going to interfere with your ability to still be hidden.
Well, it's because it's the reason why I was
And
thinking that is
your
'cause
eyes
it's
glow
the-
red.
Yeah, but
yeah,
they're still
Can't
kind of
you
new
just
to it. So
try
yeah.
it and find out, kid? I mean, what? Like, it can't just be redone. Just do it.
I just
Just
don't want
At
do
to.
this point,
do it
everybody's
here in the
back
car.
out of obfuscate.
Yeah. Well, I just don't want to waste Henri's I don't want to take that
No,
for
it's
granted.
easy. It's easy. We'll do it in the car. Go. I do obfuscate.
Okay, obfuscate again.
Lily, and I'll do
Lily's
Eyes of the
gonna
Beast as
obfuscate
well.
herself.
Yeah.
Sure. So everybody's obfuscated again. 2 people have got red eyes.
And Lily's
Does that make a
obfuscating
difference?
herself.
Yep. It seemes
Okay.
fine.
I
Okay.
will,
All right.
I
Good.
will
And now we know.
Yep.
turn
And knowing is half the
Got my
battle.
Freudian eyes on too then. Brr.
Damaris is just shaking her head, just like,
So, needless to say, Sophie, at this point, you walk forward to the container.
I'll put in the key and turn it.
I mean, it's loud. You got to pull the door open. It's dark inside.
Of course it is.
Well, there's no electricity attached to it, so
I will turn on my phone's flashlight.
sure, okay. So you turn on your phone's flashlight. You see a body with a plank of wood sticking out of the chest, and the plank of wood actually it looks like when they staked the person, they put a note on top of the body and staked it through the person.
It's Dottie.
I was
Okay,
like, man,
I
if this
will-
is Bear.
who is this?
The clothing is ratty and whatnot. You don't recognize them, but at
Can I
first,
tell if it's a male or female?
but it is male. Yes.
Okay. I guess I'll go in there and shine
Oh,
my
thank you for the follow.
shine my light on
Okay.
the
Well,
on the body.
the way the body is kind of crumpled over, you can't really make out who it is without physically touching them and moving it over. But the note you can see that's been staked into the body says, "Stay out of my crosshairs."
Okay, I will turn over the body.
And the initials are RD, on the note. As you pull over the body, it's Franklin.
Who?
Franklin?
Our Franklin?
The founding father.
Ben!
Who's Franklin? Oh, I thought it was
Or
Jefferson.
Jefferson.
That was.
Whatever.
Jefferson.
Oh,
I was like, is it the guy that we already killed?
Do I
Present.
see that or him from my vantage point?
You see you see everything but the identity because you haven't quite walked in. I mean,
Okay,
but
so
you
when
can
I
see
flip
with
it
the
over-
light shining down that there is a staked body in there.
Box.
When I
What's
flip it
in the
over, I'm gonna
box?
yell, Ben!
What's in the box?
If she's
for
all Ben,
you.
I go ahead and jog over and
Okay.
look in. Yeah, what's
I'm
going
gonna
on?
follow.
It's your birthday!
What?
is that really what you say?
Yes.
Okay.
I walk over and take a look.
Remus is looking around nervously, like, "Oh God."
He
gonna go in and look, too.
he like immediately goes down and like grabs onto his face and like looks at him like
I mean, his body's in torpor because he's staked, but yeah.
Oh, he can hear you.
puts him down, stands up. Ugh. Me without a lighter. Anyone got a match or a
Yes.
lighter? Anything?
Gonna
Oh,
hand him a
Here's
lighter.
a giant
walking
match.
lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna back away out of
Yeah.
I'll hand you my lighter.
and
Yeah.
just like
Or you could just have Damaris, lick
Seriously.
the Bic.
She's,
Yeah.
she'll snap and pull up a
So walk-
flame. How big you want it?
I walk, make sure that everyone's out of the container. Like,
Okay.
just annihilate him. make him feel it as he's headed to hell.
You want to unstake him first? Let him run around in it, and hit walls.
No.
No,
Right?
no, I want him to be doomed. I want him to have no possible way he could escape. He's gone.
Is this the best place to do this?
This
Yeah.
is fine. This is Benjamin. If you don't mind, Damaris, if you want the pain, you start with the hands and the feet, and
Okay.
let the fire go inward.
Hold on. Maybe I'm actually not the best person for this because this actually. This guy's gonna sound weird to you, but this goes against my path of torture.
Oh,
This
And-
sounds really stupid.
Are
but
you
he
for
said nothing
real
to-
right now?
he's-
You're
And
from
that's
the Sabbats,
And
you're
that's where we're going to
against-
stop. Right there.
She's on
That's perfect.
honorable
Right-
report.
right
She's not
there.
gonna just
Yep.
whack someone that she doesn't. It's
The
I have
camera-
humanity at 2, and I get to let loose right now. I'm
That-
like, oh, we're gonna
That
have
was
fun.
that was absolutely perfect. The irony of the inhumane vampires, like, I can't, it's dishonorable. And Benjamin's like, are you kidding me?
there's like a montage
I
of all
said,
the people
y'all
like
don't
Damaris is
understand the
just
path.
annihilated.
Like she's a walking lighter, and you can't light them on fire.
You will
I
burn
can't.
half of
I
Oregon.
can, but it would probably cause me to lose a dot in my path. Just for the simple fact that he's this. Okay, yeah, he's incapacitated. There's reasons, guys, and we'll talk
Right.
about it in character.
Oh, no,
Yep,
you're
yep,
fine.
yep.
In
Yeah,
character, that's awesome.
It's
That
fine,
is
it's
totally
fine, yeah.
legit.
Yep. So I know
Oh,
it ran a little
man.
bit late, or later, I should say. I'm glad everybody was able to hang in there. I was really hoping for this particular piece of this antagonist being introduced. So I'm glad you guys had a great game. I had a lot of fun with this one. To everybody who's watching, who tuned in or whatnot, thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. We had a lot of fun. Our next game is going to be August 19th. We play bi-weekly. And that's when we will be picking up right there from Ben angrily wagging his finger of, you've got to be kidding me.
Come on, let's murder the guy.
Now you get a conscience.
Yep.
I never had
Henry's
one.
just about to have fun. I'm like, wait, this is how you do it.
Yep. And then tomorrow, which is the 6th, is our superhero game. It's going to be Marvel Superheroes, affectionately dubbed Modern Age Heroes, as we deep dive more into the lives of our family of heroes. That starts at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys are interested, please tune in and check it out. Otherwise, we will be back again in 2 weeks for Ashland by night. So on behalf of the group and everybody in the chat, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.